Roll for initiative.
Okay, session 2. Last session, you guys were all traveling across the Azure Sea for various reasons, and you found yourselves being engulfed by a terrible storm. A whirlpool dragged your sailing ship down into the depth of the ocean, ripped it apart, and you found yourselves washed up upon a shore. A short distance away, you found the village of Saltmarsh. Some of you were familiar with Saltmarsh and some of you are not. Perhaps you have some friends there, or perhaps you're a complete stranger. You guys spent a little bit of time in some of the taverns there, and you all found yourselves without a weapon. So the first order of business was to get some weapons, and Fayin, having a contact named Alanda, one of the village elders, was able to, and also captain of the town guard, was able to secure you guys some weapons. In return, Alanda requested that you would investigate a haunted house, which is about 4 miles south of Saltmarsh. This house is supposed to be home to some ghosts. It has been reported by many locals that it's haunted, and it's a place that people want to stay away from. Alanda thought that you cannot allow such evil to exist on the cusp of breaking out, perhaps, and being so close to civilization in the town of Saltmarsh. So, you guys didn't head there. Instead, you headed to the empty net and decided to start a bar fight. You guys had a big old brawl, and it ended with you all being thrown out from the edge of the empty net, as it is a rickety old tavern that reeks of fish. It's definitely home to more unsavory type, and it sits on stilts that overlooks the ocean, and you guys are thrown out. So we're starting today's session in the ocean. Krebshenka, he sort of yelled out, "Enough!" And he didn't take kindly to you guys having an open brawl in his tavern, so one by one he grabbed you all and threw you into the water. And just as Salsa thought he could wander off, Krebshenka ran down the street, grabbed him, and dragged him all the way back in the tavern, through the tavern, so he could throw him out in the ocean as well. And also the goat. The goat...
there is no bitching out of this fight.
just paddles around a bit. And Krebshenka shakes his fist at you guys. "And don't come back here causing that shit again!" He dusts his hands off and he walks back inside.
Hey, I wasn't doing shit.
Where is your marine hospitality? What is a little tavern brawl?
To the south of you all, you've got the shore. There are plenty of docks here, small boats parked up against docks, moored up against docks, I should say, and there are a heap of locals just fishing. It is later in the day. You see all manner of hustle and bustle still, and as you guys had learned, the overall sentiment of Saltmarsh today is not very good. It appears that people have not had very much luck with their catch. As it is a fishing village, it largely sort of reflects the mood of the town as a whole. And you guys can easily swim back to shore, and Pada helps the goat, and in doing so, you will actually poison your goat. The goat can swim though, so
Okay.
I presume you maybe grab that cloth that you got for it, that blanket, and you throw the blanket over the goat, and you guys all make it back onto the shore. I'm just going to move over to the Saltmarsh map.
It's funny you say that, because I'm looking up 15 things you didn't know about goats, and the first picture that comes up is a goat with like a scarf wrapped around his neck.
Interesting.
Okay. Apparently goats discovered coffee.
I forgot Rivers also dressed in a chicken suit. Alright, you guys shore up here.
Alright, Captain.
Aye.
What's next? Are you scared of ghosts?
I afraid no ghosts.
Are you afraid of zombies?
Nada. Let's
The haunted
see.
house is just for you.
As you wash up on shore here, this is actually the green market. This is the place where Pada bought the goat, and you guys are completely drenched. You sort of paddle up onto the shore, sprawl out on the ground, and you look ahead of you. You see a variety of merchants guiding animals and hauling wagons full of fresh fruit and vegetables and seafood, going about their business, as well as a variety of patrons perusing the wares. And the goat lady, the one that sold you the goat, she sort of nods at you. How's the goat going?
Fucking amazingly. Turns out goats are amazing swimmers.
Oh, that's good to know. Just taking a dip, are we?
Always.
Well, if you need eggs or more goats or goat eggs, well, we have it all.
Excuse
That
me,
would
what
be
the fuck?
What an answer. Imagine going to someone and just being like, excuse me, what the fuck?
Watch your tongue.
Hey,
Just
I don't
because
want
you're-
no lady parts cut out from a goat.
Just because you're a fancy soldier from the kingdom of Keeland doesn't mean you can tell me what to do. Why, you loyalists, you can go back to where you came from.
Give us a boat and we will try to.
I was about to say the same thing.
Boat? Do you think I can buy a boat? I can't even afford to. I can't even sell a dozen goat eggs.
Excuse me. How much the goat eggs?
Why? Take a look. And she takes you over to a stall. There's a wooden table set up there, and there are cartons of eggs stacked up.
Oh, is this going to be a case of like Rocky Mountain oysters?
They're black eggs, and she's got dozens of them. She shows you them. How many are you looking for? Each one will hatch into a goat.
How much?
think ghost
Eggs hatch into a goat.
Well, I would definitely be giving you quite a good discount. You see, each goat I sell for 5 silver. And?
Did your by the way, did your donkeys fuck a dragon? Because that's the only way I think that donkeys can get eggs.
What? No. And mind your tongue, I said. This is the goat lady over here. She's
Have you
actually
guys
got a
never
goat
heard
horned
of bull
helmet
eggs?
I've never heard of a goat being born from an egg. This I gotta see.
A bull
Oh.
egg is what they call when they cut the nuts off a bull and then serve it up.
No, these
Also called
ones
Rocky Mountain oysters.
they're laid fresh. Now, I sell goats for 5 silver. Of course, you have to dedicate a bit of time to nurture the eggs and incubate them. I'm definitely giving you a good deal, but I have far too many, and they'll go off before they hatch. So I'll sell you a goat egg for a silver piece, and you'll make a healthy profit. Buy as many as you want.
And
I want
how
one.
much time it takes for one egg to hatch?
Oh, it could be a week. Depends on how you incubate it. See this goat here? She points to a nearby goat. Meh. This one was hatched just a few weeks ago. And a fine goat it
How
is.
did you hatch it?
I incubated it.
How?
I kept it warm, and I sat on it every day.
sounds like a deal to me. I already have the suit.
Ah, excellent.
So,
This chicken friend of yours, he has a good eye for a bargain. And he's a good businessman, too.
so
I think
how
frogs
much
sit on
say
eggs, right?
you want to hatch my egg?
Listen, I'll do you a deal. I'll sell you a dozen for a gold, but I tell you, I'm robbing myself.
Yeah, but I'm a busy man, and I need someone to hatch the eggs.
Oh, I don't provide that kind of service, I'm afraid.
If we stick it to the butt of the donkey, is that going to,
Oh, yes. Yes, that would work, I'm sure.
How much for the
eggs
donkey then?
On the ass of the ass. The donkey?
Right.
Oh, well, I sell the donkeys for the same price I sell goats. 5 silver pieces. It's kick-ass.
I'll take all the eggs and the donkey's ass.
Oh, excellent. Well, you get the donkey included, which is also an ass. So, that will be 1 gold and 5 silver.
Of course. Just a moment, sir. Let me catch them from my butt.
No problem, I am a woman.
My God.
You're giving...
There you are.
Alright, she hands
Rub
you
them.
a
Rub
dozen,
them a little bit.
dozen goat eggs and a mule. There you go.
It's not an even.
Now you have to feed it every day and water it as well. You make sure it drinks water, but not the ocean water. It's not good for it.
All right. So it drinks just ocean water.
No, not ocean water. Well, then again, if you do happen to feed it ocean water and it gets very sick, come and buy another one. I'm hatching more daily.
If it's dead, can it still hatch the eggs in its butt? Or its butt
Oh.
gets cold?
Sure, of course. It's good quality. It'll do exactly that.
Thank you very much, kind woman. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're most certainly
Don't
welcome.
believe you.
You've done a justice to yourself. This is going to be the start of a beautiful relationship. What will you call it?
Incubator.
Wow. Very well then.
I don't know what's more traumatizing, that we somehow got eggs from goats, or that you're about to fist a mule to hatch them.
It works like a
Oven.
you know what. We now have a mule that can hatch eggs in its butt.
This is so wrong.
Hey, you, man. And a half-elf man comes up to you, Salsa. You look like a knight. Are you one of the loyalists?
Well, loyal to who? But
The crown. The kingdom of Keelan.
Well-
King Scotty.
Well, technically, I'm a little bit from the east side, so that's not really Kingdom of Killlands. But
Oh, you're a foreigner.
yeah,
Well, you look like a knight. Are you a knight?
well, I could be for a proper price.
Oh, no, I don't have the coin to hire you. Do you like to hunt?
Well, yeah.
Well, any fine knight needs a fine steed. And if you don't have a fine steed, then you need a fine mastiff. I sell top quality mastiffs. They're purebred, and they're excellent guard dogs. Are you interested?
But I'm robbing my memory. What's a mastiff?
It's a dog. A big dog.
Oh,
Now,
it's like
a
a
man like
warhound.
you're probably a bit too big to ride it. But that little frog man that you're with, he could ride it. Or it can attack. You could have it to guard your wares or sicker monsters in combat. He's got a mean bite on him.
I'm not riding
I
a
mean-
bitch
It's like a
for you,
pit bull.
mate.
Oh,
I
no,
knew
he's not
that.
a pit bull friend. I know that the pit bulls have a bad reputation, but no, he's not. He's not. That's just a judgment, friend. They're harmless. This is not a pit bull. This is a big dog.
Big dog. And how much is this big dog?
Well, it's a purebred. It'll set you back a gold piece.
Alright, sure.
There you go.
Do you happen to have a pit bull as well?
I'm afraid that's my only dog friend.
His name is Pookie.
What are you calling him?
Pookie.
Poopy?
Pookie.
Gee?
I'll spell it.
Please do.
Pookie. So you're cutting out a little bit there. Alright.
Pookie. That's what my
Narcelia is
wife
calling
calls
him
me.
Pookie. So your dog has just been named Seltzer, and you get no say of that.
Well, I mean, my robotic brain probably would be like, yeah, this is what humans do.
We probably need a few chicken as well.
Do chickens have a stat block, Sid? Can we train them to fight?
They wouldn't be effective in combat. I'm afraid that's the only dog I have, but if you are a lover of animals, you should see the cow woman. She sells cows. Fine cows. What's
Does
so
anyone
funny?
of
What are you laughing
I
at?
would, I would ride the cow, guys. It's awesome.
does anyone here, like, in this area, sell horses?
Horses? Not here, friend. It's more just livestock. Small creatures.
Alright.
No steeds, I'm afraid.
You can buy
Do
everything.
you sell frogs?
Goat eggs to fucking cows, but you can't buy a horse.
You
Correct.
can
You are
drag
100%
a
correct.
cart with ox.
I've heard of crossbreeding, but this is ridiculous.
Told you it was Tasmania. Nothing but incest here. Goes cross species even.
Alright, the Mastiff, it'll sort of follow your orders, Solza. I'll give you control of it so you can move it around, and then I'll probably take control of it in combat, because it'll just act like a dog. It won't really obey all of your commands, depending on what you want to do.
Can I try to issue it an order, like try to teach it an order just to stay by my side, like in combat?
Make an animal handling check. You tell him to you tell him to like sit, and he just like walks off.
God damn it!
All sales are final, and he just starts like walking off.
Hey, come back here.
All right, you grab him by the collar and lead him back.
It's a dog, alright.
He's got this big line of drool just dripping off of his mouth.
I thought you said it was a pit bull. That sounds more like a fucking mastiff.
It's a Mastiff.
Ah, I
It
thought you
is a
said it was
mastiff.
pit
I
bull.
think a Mastiff is a type of pit bull, isn't it?
Nah,
Oh,
mastiffs are
they're
these giant fucking things.
Oh yeah,
Pit
it's like a
bulls are
Saint
just-
Bernard sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Saint Bernardy sort of thing.
Whereas
It's
pit bulls are just
Yeah, a lot
smaller,
bigger
but
than a
they
pit
don't
bull.
have the muscle.
Yeah, it's just very large dog.
Yeah, this could easily serve as a mount. It doesn't come with a saddle though. All right, you guys have a goat, a mule, and a Mastiff.
I'm not leaving here without that cow.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
go and buy the cow.
Little one, you want a cow?
Hell yeah.
It's a fine cow. It's a female cow, so you can milk it. And we're selling them for 2 gold pieces each.
Doesn't have to be a female for that. I will buy one.
Whatever interests
Do
you.
you
I do not judge. I simply sell the cow.
do they have a cart as well?
Oh, this cart, it's not for sale. I would suggest that you go to the weekly market. They have a much more variety. It's mainly just food and vegetables and livestock here. It's more of a farmer's market than anything.
Aye.
There you are. 1 cow.
Now, I'm gonna get the goat to stand on the cow, and I shall stand on the goat. And together we make like a 10-foot pyramid of pets.
Just remember, anything you come in contact, Patter, you will poison.
Yeah, that's why I got my blanket.
Alright, you throw your I thought you had the blanket for something else. You throw the blanket over the cow, and you sit on the cow.
Oh no, I'm getting the goat to stand on the cow, and I'm standing on the goat. We are making a pyramid.
Alright, let me get your goat. Why is your goat not here? Okay.
Oh, he's there. He's underneath the other one.
Is he?
I put him underneath the other token.
There was a goat icon here a little while ago.
Where's the goat gone? Alright, he's hiding somewhere. Alright, the
It's
goat.
in the cow.
Make an animal handling check, Patter.
I was gonna cast my talk with animals and chat with it.
Alright. You do speak with animals. You can easily do that as a ritual, so you don't need to spend any spell slot.
Well, it's
And-
fucked is it takes 10 minutes to cast anyway.
Yeah. You guys have
Question-
got plenty of time.
Do the villagers here feel weird about seeing us casting spells and shit?
No, it doesn't. It's not like a hostile spell, and a couple of people actually seem a little bit more awestruck, and they're like, "Oh!" And as long as there's no like fireballs flying out from your hands, it seems to be perfectly acceptable. Of course, if you use a spell like a charm, maybe someone wouldn't take too kindly to that.
Yeah, if anyone is looking too interested in that, I will just tell him, don't mind, he's totally drunk.
They're probably wondering what that, because I'm sitting there going, ding ding, ding ding. They're like, what the fuck is this thing doing?
All right, you cast Speak with Animals on the goat, and
Well, it's just itself, so I don't know. Can I talk
Oh,
to
yeah,
80s
any-
or just
any
talk to
animals. Yeah.
all of them?
yeah.
So I'm going to tell them my game plan.
Meh. I'm not sure if I can handle that. I do have excellent balance, though.
This is just going to get sad. We better get moving.
Make an animal handling check, Patter.
Okay.
Meh. I'll try my best. The goat just like it can't even like get on the cow. It just like tries to jump up, like jumps and like just smashes into the side of the cow. Jumps, sort of lands on the cow, and then it falls and has to make a dexterity save. But it does it with advantage because it's sure-footed, and it just lands on its feet. I have disappointed you.
Seb, is there like in this market like any meat venison or something like that?
Yeah, there's heaps of fresh meat. There's all sorts of game meat and plenty of seafood, as well as a variety of red and white meats, poultry.
All right, I'm probably gonna buy like venison or something like that for 10 days for the dog.
Sure. You it won't last that long.
Oh yeah, right. Is there like dried meat then?
Yeah, there's some jerky for sale, and you can buy 10 portions of jerky for 5 copper pieces.
Oh, I'm gonna buy then 20 of those.
Okay. 1 silver and you get 10 big bits of jerky.
All right.
And guys, can we go to a blacksmith or something?
Before we go, I want to buy a couple days worth of rations. Like dried goods or whatever.
Yeah, they've got
Yep.
heaps of rations for sale as well, just in terms of adventurers rations. Has some dried meat, some fruit, and even a little bit of chocolate to give you that burst of energy if you need it.
Do they have
How
a
much are they selling
biltong?
rations for?
They've got biltong,
Fuck yeah.
they've got hard track, and a ration is I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure it's like trail biscuits.
Yeah, it's got. I'm talking about the price. The description says jerky, dried fruit, hard track, and nuts, and then also a little bit of chocolate, just for that burst of sugar. Now, I think you guys have been to the weekly market. If you ever do need to buy something, you're in town. You don't need to roleplay it. You can just cross off the gold I mean, if you want to roleplay, you can. You can just cross off the gold and add it to your inventory. 10 days of trail rations sets you back
It's 5 gold.
5 silver per day. That can't be right. That's 5 silver for 10 days. 10 portions of rations for 5 silver.
Don't forget, I can fish and keep us fed. So it's only if we're like literally far away from the water, where we're basically going is next to the water.
You are, and it's only like an hour away, so you don't need to.
It's like we're going down to the market and we're like, holy shit, guys, gotta get ready.
Pada, can you instruct the dog to guard me when we're in combat? Because, you know, better not kill the dog as soon as there's the combat.
I'll explain that, but I'll also explain that if he sees the goat or the cow in trouble, they are his priority. Well, actually, I don't really care about the cow, just the goat. The goat's more there for a mount.
Do you want to buy any animals, Fane?
No, thank.
Okay.
Can I bargain? Can I bargain to get a small discount, like a 20%, to get a healer's kit? It costs 5 gold pieces, and I want to get it for 4 gold.
Probably not 20%. You might get a small discount. You could do a persuasion check. If you drop over to the weekly market. The thing is, some people, they may not like haggling, and if you fail by a lot, they might actually try and increase the price.
They're going to love bargaining. They have never done that with a chicken and with a donkey.
Okay. Go ahead. Alright, you go up to people and like waving your chicken arms around. You're like, hey, can I buy those healer's kit? Can you give me a discount? And they just shake their head. No discount. Prices are final.
Okay, I can try and sell the rapier then.
I can lend you a gold piece if you need.
You can sell the
Okay.
rapier for half
But
the
I
buying
don't
price.
need the rapier. Good, okay. What's the buying price?
I think it's
haven't read.
15 GP for a rapier, so 7 gold and 5 silver would be the selling price.
This is like a ripoff, like
At the
a
blacksmith.
longsword. Well, like a rapier costs 15 gold and
Sorry,
just
25
a wood
for a rapier. So 12
is 50.
12 GP and 5 silver for the
I
rapier.
suppose there's a lot more metal in the longsword than
I'll
there is-
get it.
Yeah.
So how much do I get for the rapier, sorry?
You get 12 gold and 5 silver. I think rapier is commonly like a noble's weapon, so maybe they crank the price up a little bit.
Okay, I got it, and I'm buying with 5 gold pieces from that a healer's kit,
Okay.
because I'm your...
You get the healer's kit and costs you that gives you 10 charges. As you've come back here, River, to meet up with the rest of the party, the one of the merchants comes up to you, Fane. Hello, excuse me, miss. I've noticed that you have a giant chicken. Is it for sale?
Just shake my head.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
oh,
It is! Sell it! It even talks!
Yes, it talks. It's really valuable.
Make a deception check now, Celia.
And this is how we brought slavery to Westmarch.
Oh, it
Didn't have
talks.
it already.
I think it might be a bit out of my price range then. I don't make much money here at the markets. Talking chicken, I think it is something fantastical. I doubt I could afford it.
Just pay whatever you can
You could
afford.
probably rent it for an hour, though.
Oh, really? Oh, I just, it seems so comfy. I'd
You
like
could
to
get
just
it.
hug it.
We're gonna let him beat our chicken for an hour?
Get home, do whatever you want to it, for an hour.
Oh, and look at that little frog. Oh, it's so cute. Are you a circus or something?
We're halfway there.
Yes. I was about to say I agree with you.
I see, like you have a frog, a chicken, a band of animals, and he's dressed up like a pirate.
We just need a
Hold your tongue.
Forgive me, miss. You have an unusual shade of skin for an elf. I don't mean you any offense. And your hair, it's so white. Is there something special about you?
I'm a dark elf.
Immediately, a worried look comes over her face. A dark elf?
Yes.
You mean a drow elf?
Yes, that's what we call ourselves.
Oh,
Hey, that's how.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm not interested in the chicken anymore. Sorry. I must go.
Of course. Nice meeting you.
She seems very worried, and she quickly runs off, trying to get out of sight of you.
There's some occasional raids by people that look like me, I suppose.
Okay, you guys have got a band of animals, and you know that you do have a duty to investigate the haunted house.
So are we going straight to the house cabin, or are we going to, I don't know, prepare something for the night, spend the night here, or
Nah, I'm bored. Let's go to the house.
Haunted house?
Onto the house.
Don't people need to sleep a little?
Nah, no one's using any spells or anything really.
No, we don't really sleep much.
You guys
It's all
have
that
a
crack.
small army here.
Started
Okay.
walking.
All right. You guys are leaving town?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. You guys head through the south gate and say goodbye to the guards once more. And you leave the town of Saltmarsh. I'm going to move you guys over. Every time I have to scroll through some maps, I'll bring you guys to this page. Just because I have a lot of maps here. Also, if while you're looking at the page, you see the marching order thing, feel free to move your tokens around, and that'll be the marching order if I ever put you guys on the map. And you can sort of maybe have your melee fighters towards the front, mages towards the back, or however you like to configure it.
Do you know that goats can see in the dark?
Have you just
Bruh.
been googling goats the entire time?
I'm also organizing dinner, but yeah. But yeah, apparently they have rectangular pupils that allow them to see in the dark as well as see 320 degrees at any given time. I did not know this.
Yeah, because they have the eyes on the side. They are very... Yeah.
And no one has ever seen a wild goat sleeping.
By the way,
Very interesting.
also
They-
put in
They sleep standing,
massive-
right?
Well, that's the thing. No one's ever seen them sleep in the wild. Only domestic goats.
Some say they don't
Oh yeah,
sleep
can
at all.
I can I try to feed the dog with one jerky and try to tell it again to just stay by my side and when baddies come by.
Yeah, he eats. I know I haven't fixed the scale of this map up. He eats the jerky, but he has no idea what you're saying.
No, but I'm trying to animal handle it. Like I try to teach him that.
Yeah, you can try another animal handling check now.
God damn it.
Let me try and fix up
Same
this,
roll.
picks up this scale. I think I had it before, but then I just completely messed it up. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm getting there. I think I had it right originally, and then I messed with it.
I'm just slowly training my cow and goat to ride each other. Make our pyramid.
Okay.
I check the eggs. See if
They have not hatched yet.
great.
Is this gonna be like Pokemon where you have to X amount of steps?
I pull them out, and let him have a shit, and then put them back in.
A shit or a sit?
Shit.
Is that where you're actually putting the eggs?
I thought we discussed that.
I thought that was the plan.
I think you're
There's
gonna
no
need an
other
animal handling check for that one.
option. Is it a male donkey or a female?
You'll find out. Alright, yeah, the mule doesn't like that, and it actually tries to buck you.
You said buck, right?
Yes. So, it's gonna make an attack on you. Hot butt will make an attack. And he tries to buck you, but he misses.
Mate, you should have bought it. Dinner.
Easy. Brrr. I call out Pada and ask him gently to put the eggs in his butt.
I can't. If I touch the thing, I'm gonna poison it.
Maybe if you were
Maybe you should have
that,
asked him gently. Maybe you should have asked him to do it gently.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask it before you fist it. It just seems like common courtesy.
I mean, frogs have small hands. He won't even feel it.
As you guys tend to your animals, you head south towards the haunted house. The road winds through rocky coastal terrain, offering a view of the sea below. There are a few low clouds starting to press upon you, and this beautiful day looks like it may turn to quite a dreary day. There are some storm clouds rolling overhead in the distance. You see occasional patches of sunlight appearing out over the water, and there is a stiff wind that blows in off the waves, carrying the briny stink of churning salt water. And there is a small break in the dark clouds, and there is a nice warm sunlight that washes down on you. And you come up to a wind, and you're a couple of miles down the road at this stage. Up ahead, you see a ton of ships that have washed up on shore. It looks like shipwrecks. There are quite a lot of them though, at least 4 or 5. There's a small dock here with a sailing ship moored by the shore. And there are these massive chunks of rock dotting the coast. The sand is not golden here, it's very rocky, and it's a mixture of small rocks, pebbles, and broken seashells. These large chunks of rocks, as you come closer to them and they come into view, you actually realize they're gigantic statues of colossal size, and they have set into the ground here along the coast. They appear just as rocks. Up ahead, you see a heap of sailors. They seem to be pulling in a haul of fish. They've just come back from sea by the looks of it. One of them is digging around in this small shipwreck, and they have some barrels and provisions and crates stacked up on the shore. There is a bright glint of the sun that washes down your eyes, and you can see more broken wood and detritus scattered along the shore here. So
Captain, you got this.
Aye, sailors. Good day to you.
You call out to one of the sailors, and he looks up at you. They're all dressed as your typical seafaring folk. They are armed. They have cutlasses, but none of them are drawn. And there is a couple just hauling in a massive net of fish, and they've sort of just spilled them out on the ground here, and they're scaling them, washing them in the salt water. One of them looks up at you. He's sort of squatted over as he's using the blunt end of a dagger to sheath the scales off a fish. What do you want?
We are just passing by and want to ask you, how was your day? What brings you here?
A shit catch. Thanks for asking. Not that you should mind none. And ain't none of your business what we're doing here. And don't you go nosing around any of these wrecks. We claimed these one, so go on, keep walking.
Is this the guy scaling the fish?
This guy.
I'm gonna go running up to him and be like, "You're doing it wrong! What the fuck, bro?"
As you run up, a lot of these fishermen sort of get very cautious of you running over to him, and even he stands up and he draws his cutlass. Hey, you! What do you want? You're a bullywog. Get lost. Go and join your buddies there before I gut you next.
I'm gonna start scraping the fish and be like, "You see, you go against the grain."
He doesn't let you grab the fish. He sort of stands in front of you, protecting his catch.
Are you all ready to kill a guy over a fish?
Hey, I told you. Piss off. Keep on walking. You don't want any business with us, Frog.
Don't talk to us like that. We are fellow seamen.
Captain, play them a song. I'll sing.
A burly
Worked
looking
last
man
time.
who looks like a captain stumbles forward. Hey! He's quite wide shoulders. He looks to be in his late 50s. He's got
Are you
plenty of
Morpheus?
scars on his face. Darker skin, dressed like your typical dwarf fisherman. Hey you! Frog! Piss off! Leave me crew alone! You heard him!
So we're ready to kill
Oi!
a guy over a fish?
You, Captain, let's have a go talk, Captain to Captain.
I ain't talking with you. We got work to do here, and we had a bad catch. If you're after some of the wreckage, go look elsewhere. Now, I'm not gonna tell you again. Piss off!
We are not after the wreckers. We're looking for the haunted house.
What? The haunted house? You mean that
Yes.
one? And he points down the road. Just in the horizon, a couple of miles to the south, you see up on a precipice a small manor. If that's what you want, there it is. There ain't no haunted house here, so get on with you.
Good luck with your butter.
And none of these wrecks are yours to plunder. We claims that one. And he points to the, just a bit of a hull of a ship. And that one. And you see the front of a ship that's, been smashed in half. We've claimed all these ones. You ain't going searching none of that.
I'll whistle to my cow.
If you need help, ask Captain Jimmy to tell you a song. He's great.
As you guys walk a bit further down to the south, Salza, you notice something gleam. A glint catches your eye in the sun. You see a small fishing boat wrecked up on shore here. It's half sunken by the ocean. Waves crash against it, and it bobs back and forth. There is a fishing rod that is tangled up in the wreckage, being washed side to side, and it gleams, catching your eye, suggesting that it has something special. It's made of some sort of gemstone or something.
I know. No, I tell this to Pada, you might want to grab that fishing rod because it looks somewhat more valuable than the normal ones.
Gonna go jumping over and be like, oh, I have not seen one of these in all my years.
Oh, my precious one.
Let me stroke the hard rod.
With your climb speed, Pada, it's very easy for you to simply navigate the rocks and make your way down to the wreckage. Now, when you get down to the wreckage itself, it's quite precarious. There are heaps of broken bits of wood, and it's a little bit trickier. Make me a acrobatics check to avoid cutting your feet on anything sharp. You jump from bit of the boat to the bit of the boat, and you find only safe footing. As you go to grab the rod, a massive claw bursts up from the water, and a giant crab lurches forward at you. This thing is about the size of you. It is huge.
Ah, my Pada has crabs.
Today we eat crab salad.
Alright, I'm gonna determine surprise. The crab is a lot of camouflage and it does just come up from the water. It will make a stealth check, and it's gonna have to beat passive perception scores. If it rolls higher than your passive perception score, you're actually going to be surprised and you won't be able to do anything on the first turn of combat. A 9. Everyone sees the crab. And
We're all
you're
on the
up
lookout
first.
for crabs. I'm going to. I'm sort of umming and ahhing between just killing it or trying to talk to it. Fuck it, I'm gonna kill it.
We can talk to it and send it to the other sailors.
You stab at it and your dagger just contacts its shell and bounces straight off. An 11 misses. You swing with your offhand and a 21 hits. You stab it and it makes a constitution save. You break through the side of its shell, piercing the blade into it, and you flood it with poison. It takes 8 points of damage and it starts thrashing around, but it's not dead.
Yeah, that's me. I'll be away for a minute while I'm just grabbing dinner from getting delivered, so I'll be 2-3 minutes.
Okay, are you having crab for dinner?
No, I'm having pizza.
Is it crab pizza?
Crab pizza. Marcelia.
I guess I'll try and run over and help.
Okay, along the sandy areas here, it's quite easy to navigate, but once you get onto the rocks, you really start to get into difficult terrain, and it's quite slippery by the looks of it.
Okay. Let's see. So
All in all, it's about a 10-foot drop down to where the crab is as well. This large chunk of rock is sort of angled down
So
towards the
first-
shore.
now I guess I'll make a dash from this point forward.
As
right?
you step there, Narcelia, it's very uneven, and that will cost you 30 feet of movement to get there. Give me a acrobatics check. You run onto the rock here. It's very slippery, but you catch your footing very easily, and you can navigate the rocks. Now every square you move, it'll cost you 10 feet, so you can go 3 squares.
1, 2. Yes, that's my action, right? That's it.
Yeah, that would be your action. River.
All right. The crab is not dead, right?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm using this cat's agility thing to dash as a.
Okay. With your climb speed, River, you don't need to make any ability check either. You can just dig your claws into the rock. And it wouldn't be any
I'm
difficult
in double
terrain as well.
Yeah, I'm double my speed.
So you can go
with this
full
thing.
60 feet across the difficult terrain. Well, across the climbing area.
Yeah. This was 40 feet I did here.
Yep.
So I got like another
20.
another 20. Here I am.
Alright, you just jump down from the rock onto the fishing vessel, and then you also need to make an acrobatics check just to avoid cutting yourself, River. There are heaps of barnacles. You do cut your
Shit.
foot, and you take 1 point of piercing damage. You slice yourself on an oyster that's clung to a bit of the rock.
And I stick the crab with my sword and then my dagger.
A 7 misses, bounces off its shell.
We're gonna need to deduct. I have to make the offhand attack with the dagger. I haven't done that yet, so we have to deduct. I don't.
Sure. And a 12 misses as well. It hits the shell and cracks it a little bit, but this crab shell is tough. 12 is a miss.
I think that's my turn, right?
Yeah, that would be it.
The guy breaks too much for my stomach.
Alright, Pookie is going to just go over here and mark his territory. Bane.
I will keep an eye out for the sailor. See if they do it.
They are not really reacting. They seem quite involved with what they're doing over here, rummaging through all this wreckage to the north.
Yeah, I will just stay.
Salsa.
Yeah, I shoot my longbow.
Okay, the crab will have half cover.
Alright. Well, I'm guessing crabs shouldn't have too high of an AC, but who knows?
A 19 hits. You fire up into the air. The arrow does a long arc. And it just smashes the crab. It breaks its shell open and greenish yellowish blood sprays out and the crab just is shattered.
I just want to see the aftermath of that gif.
Crab is dead.
Seb, quick question. Sorry about that. What happens when I attack with an offhand?
You don't get your damage modifier onto the offhand attack.
That is, for example, you have +3 dexterity, so you would have +3 damage, extra.
But I do get the attack bonus.
Yeah, attack is fine.
Yes, you do.
Alright, for that
Yeah, it's-
tough encounter, you guys get 4 experience points each.
Holy shit, guys!
Awesome.
We laugh, but it's like doubling our thing.
And you guys can easily all get back onto the sand. You can tell immediately that the fishing rod is very valuable. In fact, it's made entirely of silver.
Whoa.
As a fisherman, do I know if as a fisherman will make any difference?
No. It definitely looks like someone's prize rod, though. It's of excellent make. It's perfectly balanced. It's light. It has a really good reel. And just the silver in it alone, it's got to be worth 200 GP.
I'm the only one thinking the silver would make a terrible fucking fishing rod.
But if you do fight werefish, it will probably be good against werefish.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Can you
Silver-
grab the crab?
Silver, what you call it, silver fishing rod would be actually pretty good because it would attract fish. Well, because shining stuff kind of also attracts not only crows but also fish.
You're not jamming the rod in the water.
Hey, but maybe they can see above surface as well. I don't know. I never seen through fish's eyes.
I was thinking if they're looking at your rod, then they're not looking at your bait.
Alright, as you guys pull yourselves up onto the shore, one of the fishermen, he does get a little bit interested. Hey, you get anything there? I always saw you were down on that fishing boat. You got something?
Yeah, I caught crabs.
Any valuables, I mean?
You ever licked a frog?
Come on, tell us. What did you get there? You got some treasure?
I'm gonna pull out my dagger and be like, look what I found.
That was Sinker, that was. Hey, that's a pretty fancy looking rod you got there. You want to sell it?
How much?
I'll give you 10 gold.
Yeah, nah, bro. The DM told me it was at least 200.
Oh, you look after that rod then. You look after it real good.
Will do.
Bud, maybe you want to give me that rod. I have no fancy of sleeping, so maybe at night somebody may want to snatch it off you.
I'm not really fast. If it's not gonna help me with my fishing, I don't care. What's funny is that Pata doesn't actually use a rod to fish. He's a spear fisherman. Your fishing is fishing.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna, keep the gold for myself. It's gonna be split, but I'm just talking about the safety of the rod, so we would actually have it.
Just duct tape it to the dog.
That
good.
might not be the smartest ideas.
You guys continue on now with the rod. Make sure you note that on your character sheet, Pata.
Yep, I've got silver rod.
Wait, so you're not gonna give it to me?
Oh, I can if you want. I'm not fast.
Well,
Sure, I'll be like, you can watch the rod.
I
Handle
mean,
my rod for me.
how does Bada even move with the rod? You're like holding it by the ankle of the rod, and the rest of it, if you grab it lower, it will just stuck in yourself into the ground.
Hey man, I was made to handle rod.
He's handled a rod or two before.
Yeah.
You guys continue on down the coast for 2 more miles, and then you see it up ahead. The haunted house. A decrepit house sitting on the highest ground in the sea. So you approach, just heading down the coastline, just a rocky beach. There is a heap of thick shrubs and marshland off to your left. The road winds around. It sort of branches off to the northwest, or sorry, to your left, up ahead, about a mile off, and then there is another old-looking, unused road. It winds around to your right, and it sort of sneaks back on to itself, and then you see a decrepit house sitting on the highest ground in the area.
Narcilla, you're an elf, right? Narcilla? Hello? Meow.
I think he must be
It's a
AFK.
drow, yeah. So she's going to trance, not sleep.
As you
Something's alright.
get a bit closer, up ahead you see a stone wall around the house. It's crumbled in many places. All the interior grounds are exposed. Now, to get to the backyard of the house, you'd have to climb past the front door and around to the side because there's so much thick bushland encroaching on the house. It would be almost impossible to trek through it. So you basically, you've got no choice but to at least pass the front door first. You head on through into the interior grounds. There is an ornate metal gate. It lies half off its hinges, opened at the end of the road. It's creaking and swaying slightly in the wind. There's wild flora growing throughout the inner yard, but all the years cannot hide the evidence that there was a once well-tended garden here. And near the house, you see the roof. It's rotten, and you sort of catch a glimpse of a water well in the backyard as you guys approach. So, to your left is basically just the climb up here, and you've got the front door here. The house is to your north, and you can actually go around the side here and here if you wanted to check out the sides first, or the yard. You can still hear the waves crashing on the shores nearby, and there's a bit of a wind blowing.
So the main entrance, where it is?
It's right here.
Are
This
we
is the
in-
front door.
Okay. So
Maybe take a look around first before going in. Captain?
yeah. So go check the west side.
Alright, it starts to get a little bit rough weather-wise. It starts raining lightly, and there are some dark clouds overhead. There's no thunder or lightning.
I have a plan.
Can I see through the window here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sneaking.
Mm-hmm.
If I ride
Okay.
the goat through the front door, we literally have a battering ram.
And I'm going around the house. Better stop me if I am about to see.
Alright, so looking through this area, you see what looks like mainly an empty
cow.
room. There is a cow. There is
Half in the room.
there's just a heap of junk scattered around, and in fact the windows are smashed or missing. There's like not a single pane of glass inside any of these windows. You see a moldy looking floor and an unused hearth.
What's a hearth?
Fireplace.
Fireplace.
A hearth. Okay. Okay, I keep moving.
Okay. I'm following just a little bit further back. Okay.
What's that?
There is what looks like a small garden here. You
I
see
smell.
you see a small vegetable garden. It looks like, obviously, it's not used anymore. But, yeah, there is a little enclosed area here. There's a rose bush out the back as well.
I try not to touch any of these things. I remember back in Pahit, there were many poisons and living shit like plants.
So, there is
I'm picky.
a few broken gardening tools scattered around. There's a tangle of weeds here, and a single rose bush that's overgrown, and it's choked out most of the other plants around here. See the back door here, and this is where the small vegetable garden was.
Okay,
Tried the door.
Yeah, is the door locked? This one.
It's not. You turn the handle. It's a round brass handle.
Okay, I keep going around the house. What's here? What's other room?
See a broken table and some other trash littered about. A broken seat. There is heaps of broken dishes on the ground.
Okay. Okay. Is this leading downstairs or upstairs?
Look through the window and see a set of steps leading up. As you guys get here, something bursts forward out of the rose bush. 4 giant weasels. They burst forward from a small burrow underneath the rose bush, and they're coming straight at River, very aggressively. Now, everyone out the front, you guys are going to be surprised, so I'm going to leave you out of this combat for the first round. And one of the weasels, it comes at you.
If you guys get killed by rodents, I swear to God.
River, make an athletics or acrobatics check. This weasel is huge. It's the size of one of the mastiffs, or the mastiff.
It's like a ninja weasel.
It doesn't have a
It
spear.
actually has a spear.
It does not have a spear in its hand. The weasel, it doesn't try to bite you or anything, River. It actually tries to grab you. And you push it back. It ends its turn
It's a
there.
grappling ninja weasel.
Another weasel comes for River, and it does the same thing. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
I guess you weaseled your way out of that one.
This one grapples you, River.
Fuck.
And it starts dragging you back. It moves 5 feet, dragging you with it, and it's taking you towards the rose bush. You can see some soft dirt around the base of the rose bush where there is a burrow and where the weasels came from.
We're about to be molested by a rodent.
River, you're
Okay,
up.
can I try to escape in my run?
Welcome to my childhood.
Yep, you can make an athletics or an acrobatics check to escape. It'll be your action. Okay, a 7. The weasel holds onto you, and it does not let you go, River.
Great.
We lost the chicken.
This is the ultimate role reversal. Now the cat's gonna get killed by a rodent.
Yeah, you think
Can I
the fact that you look
can
like
I-
a giant chicken definitely has something to do with how why it's grabbing you.
Oh man, we should have bought some 11 herbs and
I'm-
spices.
That's
As
awesome.
a bonus action, I'm trying to smell very,
Scared.
very nice.
Alright, you smell
Until
nice
the
as a
sun-
bonus action.
Not pass my turn.
Okay.
Totally cheek.
Alright, this weasel actually pursues Captain Jimmy. Jumps from around the corner and just tries to grab you, Jimmy. Grab you in its mouth. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
And you kick it in the face. It doesn't grapple you. You're up.
Hands off me, you Bill's rat!
Ooh, it actually
Okay.
might be one. Well said.
Okay, so I'm taking my rapier on my hands, and as a bonus action, I will give Bardic Inspiration to River,
Okay.
and with my rapier, I'll try to attack the rot.
7 is a miss. The weasel
I-
his way out of the attack.
I do have luck. Can I use a luck point to reroll?
For the feat lucky, I think you should be able to. I don't think there'll be anything preventing that. Yeah,
There's
after
been
you roll
nothing
the
lucky
die-
about this shit show so far.
Yeah, before anything happens from the outcome. So you hit it with a 19. And you stab the weasel for 6 points of damage. You plunge the rapier into its soft flesh, its fur cakes up with blood, and the weasel squeals.
Okay, and I think that will be my turn. Where's the end of turn button?
You need to have your token selected. It'll come up.
Cool.
Alright, this weasel, it just goes for you, River, and just tries to bite you. It cannot resist. It's hungry. And it reveals these sharp teeth as it opens its mouth. It snaps at your leg, but misses. This weasel does the same. It tries to take a bite out of you too. Oh, and I'll roll everyone else into initiative as well. You guys hear of the weasel attack at the start of this round. So the weasel bites you, River, for 6 piercing damage. And it ends its turn there. They're very aggressive, thrashing at you. Solza.
Alright, so... Wait, how far is this? Oh, I can't really get that far. Can I instruct my dog to stay here?
You can make an animal handling check to just say, like, stay.
Yeah, stay. And on top of that, is it an action to use the animal handling?
No. If you're just trying to, like, just yell something.
It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay.
You yell at it to stay, and I think it's gonna do what you tell it to do.
Yeah, I use dash action to get around the corner.
You look out to the west wing of the house, and you see the jumble of thickets, bushes, and you can hear the commotion coming from right around the back.
And I yell loud, what the fuck's going on there?
Weasels!
Alright, this weasel just drags you, River, and it takes a dash action. It drags you here, using its movement speed, and as it just darts into the rose bush, there is a 5-foot wide hole, about 3 feet in diameter. Just a rough looking burrow in the ground, and it drags you into the burrow, and it takes you another 20 feet underground. It's through this small dirt filled tunnel, and I'm going to draw a rectangle on the map to dictate where the hole is. So it's like that. Underground tunnel. And it ends its turn there as it gets ready to feast on its dinner. Fane.
Yeah, so I will just dash here. And can't do anything.
River.
Okay. I am. I'm trying to kiss the weasel.
Okay.
What do I have to do?
You can easily try and kiss it. It is trying to like rip out your throat, so it's pretty close to your face.
Well, if that's the case, I don't want to. I don't consent. I'm trying to escape.
Wait, so you're trying to do some mafia stuff like Kiss of Death kind of thing on a raccoon?
Well, I was trying, to make it to make it work between us, but yeah, but as I see, it's kind of violent. I'm not
Where's
into
Dr.
that
Phil
stuff.
when you need it?
Alright, River, give me
I'm going to.
an acrobatics check. Do you want to use the inspiration?
Yeah,
Can't
you
I
can
do
use-
that afterwards?
Gotta use it before.
Shit.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Go for it.
inspiration.
Okay.
What's that? 1d what?
6.
It's 1d6.
Alright,
Yeah.
18. The weasel. You slip out of the weasel's grip.
Okay, I'm still trying to smell nice.
You're actually prone at the moment because it's so narrow. You're basically crawling.
You got this.
Okay, but I'm using the felon agility again, so I'm double my speed. What's that going?
You can stand up for 15 feet, and then if you double your speed, you'll have another 45 feet.
And you can dash on that. Oh no, you have taken.
As you get out of the hole, I just realized you'd actually be only 15 feet away from the whole river because it would cost you 30 feet just to get to the hole because you have to crawl through. The weasel does actually try to bite you as you run away. And
Wait! You never told me that. I have to disengage them.
use your action already to break free. So you can't disengage.
Okay, let him try.
He does.
Okay,
He bites you for 6
I'm
piercing.
buzz off. I'm dead.
Alright, you're not dead. You're unconscious. Alright, that will be the end of your turn, River. Goat senses something is seriously wrong.
The question comes down: is it a brave goat or not?
No, the cow just sort of sits there grazing on the yard. And this weasel tries to grab you, Captain Jimmy. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. You slip out of its grip. It like grabs onto your boot and rips your boot off and kick it in the face again. It ends its turn there. Now, Celia.
Okay. Move to the back as quickly as I can. That's 25, that's 30. And I can dash. Assuming they're 5-foot hexes.
Yeah, each square is 5 feet.
That's as far as I can get on one movement.
Okay. You start dashing around the back of the house.
I'm yelling, I'm coming!
Alright, Captain Jimmy.
So on this one, I will basically take the. Do I see any of the allies? No. So
Not yet.
I will take the dodge action. Okay. And if I here, do I block the path? What is this here?
That
is it the wall?
It's the corner of the house. Yeah, it's a wall.
So yeah, then I will try to stand there and take the dodge action.
Okay. The yard does extend like about 20 feet to the north. So they could run around.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Alright, Paddle.
Is it an action to jump or is it just part of your movement?
Part of your movement. Are you
Okay.
on the cow?
I'm on the goat on the cow.
It takes half your movement speed to dismount.
What if I do not dismount? What if I jump?
That is dismounting. Half your
Ah.
movement speed.
That is gay as fuck. Alright, well then, I can only make it... Okay, so that'll be my full movement. And I'll have to dash. And I can make it here. That's it.
You go 25 feet, right?
Oh yeah, I do. It's not 30.
So
Sorry.
you get
So
another 2 squares. No, you get another 2.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Alright. Sweet. That's all I can do.
Alright, this weasel, it runs around. Actually, let's have a look. Yeah.
I yell to my goat and cow to stay safe. And to snuggle each other.
It runs around and tries to bite you, Jimmy, at disadvantage. 12. It misses. Very aggressive, just trying to rip you apart. Okay, this weasel is Narcelia. Coming from around the corner of the house. And it runs very, very quickly. And it takes a dash action. And gets all the way up to you.
Cool.
It runs at you very aggressively, just galloping along the ground. Salsa.
Alright. Longbow shot at the weasel.
That hits. You hit it for 8 piercing damage. A very vicious wound. The arrow is lodged straight into its side and it's barely standing.
Alright. And I move behind Narcelia.
Alright, this weasel, it goes out hunting again. Pokes its head out from the burrow. And it dashes up to Narcelia. Thane.
So can I walk in here?
Yeah, jumping through the window will be difficult terrain. So it costs you 10 feet to jump through the window.
And it was like a outhouse sort of thing.
Hey, in this room, it's a pretty bare room, and you see a pile of refuse in the corner. And there's a small patio with a garden.
Yeah, I think she would just jump in.
Alright.
And
You find the floor to be very soft in some places, and you can see it thick with mold, Fane.
so 30, then a dash. 5, 10, 15, and then I'm...
Alright, you dash. There is a door, but you jump out through the window instead, and you land in the patio. It's cracked and overrun with weeds. The small garden sort of enclosed within the patio area, and broken pots and whatnot. River, the giant weasel has left you, hoping that you'll die, so it can come back and eat you later. Make a death save.
I'm trying to smell nice while I'm unconscious.
Okay. Death save is not a constitution save. It's actually just a single D20 roll.
Yeah, forgot about that.
So it'll be a 7. I'll take that roll, a 7. That is a failure.
What?
You rolled
Okay.
a 7. And you took a pretty nasty bite there, River. And you are not doing
Just a
too well.
scratch. I'm fine.
Alright, this giant weasel tries to grab Jimmy, even in its injured state. It's still just very aggressive. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Yeah, is it still in disadvantage? Because it's an attack, I think. Grappling.
No, it's an ability check.
I'm doing great.
And Even if as you stumble around and wrestle with the weasel, it's too like weak from the injury and it can't grab you, and it actually gives up and runs back for the burrow. Provokes an opportunity attack from you. You try to swing at it, but it's too quick and it gets out of your reach as it runs away. You just see it disappear under the rose bush into the burrow. Celia.
Okay. Well, I guess I have opponents in front of me, so I'll. Does either of them look wounded at this time? Is any of them bleeding?
Yeah,
obviously?
the one to the north of you, it is. Salza hit it like with an arrow. It's got an arrow sticking out of its side.
Okay, so that's the one I'll hit first. I'll try and finish it off.
$15 hits.
Do you know that weasels have to eat half their body weight every day?
You bring the scimitar up and slice through it. It sort of turns to the side and falls onto the ground. Its leg's still twitching.
Okay. 5th edition, can you move after combat?
Yeah, you can like break up. Yep, you can break up your movement in between attacks.
Okay, because I want to try and get to our fallen chicken friend.
Okay.
So I'm gonna break off from him.
Alright, the weasel does turn its head and snaps at you. 15 to miss.
That's my turn.
Okay, I'll disengage. Okay.
You're gonna disengage.
Yep.
Okay.
And I want to move. Let me. Okay. Here. And give my bardic inspiration to who is then? Can I see Pada? Not soldier.
I'm
I will
happily
give
not
it to
making
fire.
there.
Yeah, I think Pada might be too far.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like 100 feet
I will
away.
give it to. Yeah. I will give. It's how many feet is the bardic inspiration?
I think it's
Do you
60,
remember?
and it's either here or C.
Okay, so I will give it to Fine. Okay.
Oi.
Good, and that's my turn.
Pada.
I'll bounce over here. I will see the carnage that is unfolding. I am tempted to hit it with a spell, but it would hit our little knight friend as well. So instead, I will attack it with my sling. Not very effectively.
A 9 is a miss.
And yeah, I'll stand there and try and smell terribly.
Alrighty. The giant weasel. Okay. It's gonna run after you, Jimmy. And it's done trying to grab you. It just wants to eat you now. And it takes a big bite out of your leg. Rips its head side to side. 5 points of
Not
piercing
the boot.
damage.
As long as it's not the hat, mate.
The head heals. The boots do not.
Salsa.
Your hat
Alright.
heals?
I see this weasel isn't very interested in me currently, so I just walk away from it. This one's underground, right?
Yeah. You can see maybe a little bit of it and shoot it with 3/4 cover through the hole, because it is actually coming out of that hole. It's got its head sort of start to poke up.
Oh, yeah. That might be a little bit too high. See, I'm just gonna help out Captain Jimmy with his direct issue.
That hits. You draw back on the bow and put an arrow straight through the weasel. It sort of flinches and falls, and it's still crawling along the ground on the throes of death.
I yell out, it's nearly dead, just one love tap will kill it.
The weasel chases you down, Salsa, jumps and tries to take a bite out of you. And jumps on your back and bites for 4 piercing damage.
No, not my dinkle tuber.
Fane.
Yeah, I saw that weasel running in, and I will run off.
Alright, you jump in, and it is very awkward down here. You're actually prone. You grab the axe and you thrust it forward. A 22 hits, and you just stab the blade of the axe straight through the weasel's skull, and it just rips its head apart.
I guess
Nice.
I did the wrong with the gift. Oh, okay.
And you can crawl another 5 feet in the hole if you like.
What did
Hey, I'm back.
I
Come
call
back.
out? Seeing that I can't do anything else. Right?
Give me another death save, River.
Ooh.
Wow.
He
All
died.
right. No, I didn't. I didn't third one, right?
If
No,
you,
you're dead.
If you fail, if you get a natural 1,
Shit.
River, you fail 2 death saves. But because you are first level and it is a bit of a hassle to try and get resurrection, I'll say that only counts as 1. Just this once. But you are on 2 failures, and if you do get another one, that will be it. You'll have to get resurrection or roll a new character, I'm afraid. Now, Celia.
Okay.
Enter the burrow and try and save my fallen comrade.
Okay, you can make it all the way up to him with 30 feet of movement. You jump into the burrow and crawl down, crawl past the corpse of the weasel. You are prone.
You do the lay on hands thing.
Okay. How many points you want to heal him for?
I think it's points equal to paladin level times 5.
Yeah, you got like 5 points, and you can give him like any amount between 1 or 5.
I'll just give him the 5. It's fine.
Okay. You
Sure.
see his wings have been clipped. You grab his wings and hold your hands on them. Healing energy washes over him, and he comes back into consciousness on 5 hit points. Any bonus action? Alrighty. Captain Jimmy.
Okay, so I'm casting Vicious Mockery to the weasel in front of me. So that will be DC 13 Wisdom save.
Okay, you diss the weasel, and it just falls over to the side. this magical insult just
You
kills it.
faithless skunk smell like rotten cabbage.
He grabs onto its chest, does a really dramatic death, falls over to the side.
I feel like our greatest failure in battle would be if we ever had like a hassle battle.
And I'm hiding behind the fire now. Okay, that's my turn.
Ada.
I'm going to bounce. Bloop. And try and hit this one again with a sling, because there's actually fuck all else I can do.
Is a miss.
Wow, I'm being useful this turn.
You swing the bullet around and it just goes past the weasel. Salsa, you're up.
So interact with objects lets me just like stow away my bow and just take out one weapon, right?
Yeah,
Just one.
Yeah, you can swap for one weapon.
So I couldn't get like both rapier and shield out.
A shield is an action to take armor
Yeah,
off.
that's what I thought. Alright, well. I just stab it with the rapier then.
Alright, you draw your rapier and you stab into the weasel's leg for 4 piercing damage.
I see no sword in their dance off.
Who said I need a sword?
Exactly what is he trying to stab someone with?
Hey, this is how I look when I try to stab it with the sword.
The weasel very aggressively snaps at you, Zolza, but you just dodge to the side and sort of hit it with your armor.
It's not seen your
Fane,
thriller moves.
I stand.
you are covered in dirt. Get to your feet.
And I just throw my spear at.
Alrighty, you line up your spear, and it will be 1d6 damage. You'll need to re-roll the 1d6. Just as well you re-rolled it. You grab your spear, get to your feet, the dirt falls off of you, you line the weasel up, and the spear goes straight through the weasel's neck, knocks it back a couple of feet, and it has a pool of blood forming around the base of it. It's dead.
Yeah, I'm done.
River, I think your 8 more lives just dropped to 1 more life because of that natural one.
Oi, Catman! How you doing down there?
It's called.
Seriously, 15, 17 experience for that?
Yeah.
Anything good down there?
Don't forget to say it to Grandma. I love
No more wandering off. Let's start with that.
To my defense, I wasn't wandering off. I said, let's go around the house to see what's around.
Well,
Maybe I didn't clarify that you should follow my butler.
Well, I mean, don't force your actions on other people, and if you wander off, we just look what the other guys are doing. Otherwise,
The
you'll
captain
get
was
eaten.
going. The captain was going.
Yeah, Captain was leading. You didn't follow me.
Well,
Let's
I
go.
know whose
So-
captain is he, but no, currently he's a comrade instead of a captain, because there's no
We
ship
got-
at the moment.
We got 2 doors, by the way. Do we want the back door or the front door?
I'm always a fan of going in the back door.
Actually, if there's a back door, I prefer that one, and I called the doggo as well.
Okay.
I stand here and whistle for my goat.
You see
The
the
DM
goat,
is playing with him.
the goat and the donkey are not there at the front of the house anymore. You can make an animal handling check with that whistle.
Okay.
There's no way the doggo would run away from natural 20.
When you whistle, the goat does not come, and neither does the donkey. And the cow just stands there.
I'm going to grab its leash and walk this way.
Toilet break.
Sure, let's take a 10-minute break now, and then continue on.
Oh yeah, Seb. I read the Mastiff's bio, and it says that you can actually train it into a war dog, or guard dog, or hunting dog. How would that be? In terms of me doing it.
You'd have to do like animal handling checks every day, maybe for like a week or something. Or
all right. Well, I'm gonna try to do that just now to make it the guard dog.
During spare time, you can like train it like at night or something, and then at the end of every day, you can make an animal handling check.
All right, that would be awesome.
Okay. All right, we'll take a 10-minute break now. Let's resume in 10 minutes. See you guys soon.
Sweet. See you guys in a sec.
See ya. I like how everyone just AFK, AFK, AFK. Well, that encounter went kind of bad.
I'm back.
What's cool?
I got a Pop-Tart.
Oh, damn. I got sandwiches, but off the store ones, though.
How do I add like the imagery to the rolling?
You basically... Okay, I will write you an example. So... Oh, well, shit. It actually read the thing that I wrote as an actual thing. So basically, you write down the thing, and in the square brackets, you put in random text. It doesn't even matter because it's not going to be displayed. And in the circular brackets, you copy an URL from GIF, and you paste it in the circle brackets, and it should be working there. But you also take out the what you call it. You take out the space between the two brackets. But the GIF needs to end with dot gif, otherwise it's not gonna work.
It's a URL reference, right? It's not like a local computer issue, and so it has to be somewhere on the internet.
Yeah, it needs to be on the internet, and it's only gonna work if you post it in the chat. Oh, we have now Killua as well. We have one anime guy playing an anime chick.
It looks better than the normal thing.
Well, I mean, anime is probably the best source to get like D&D gifs.
Yeah.
Although they ain't gonna be as funny as the ones you find like non-anime, but still gonna be good.
Yeah. But the thing, the rain is ending with .gif, but it doesn't.
Well, you need to check if it's actually good or not, because sometimes they're too long and way too weird of a URL to actually be able to read without the full thing. So usually it's just like best to open up the source from, like, if you can copy it from Google, it's best to just open up the source and copy from there.
Yeah, I've done. Yeah,
Okay, this one, it doesn't end with .gif, so it's never gonna work.
Is he trying to add gifts? The best gift ever. Their penguin is such a cunt.
God damn it!
Actually, very good.
That one's insane.
I've just been waiting for an excuse to use their spell just to show they go for.
How you guys doing?
Not bad in you.
Good, good.
Everyone's trying to put gifts on their attack rolls.
Look at what I've started.
Not
How
bad.
can I do that?
We'll explain after the match.
Okay. So, you guys find there were a small family of giant weasels living under this rose bush, attempting to take their prey and feast on them through a burrow. They're all dead now. And
Their tenacity.
Hatter has wandered off to go and find his goat and the mule, and the goat and the mule are hanging about chewing on a bush around the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can. How can we keep?
I call them over and try and bring them back.
They don't seem to respond to your verbal commands.
Use rope.
Here, I go on over and I rope the goat.
Alright, you tie a rope around the necks of the two animals and give it a bit of a tug, and then they idly follow you.
Excellent. Come with me, my zoo.
You walk around the other side of the house to meet up with the rest of the party, and you notice a well out the back. It's a 4-foot tall stone well made from a heap of rocks mortared together.
Where is it in the map?
It's you guys don't really know. This is just patter.
Can I sense anything weird about the well?
It's a well.
Okay.
I don't know if you have any special senses, but it looks like a well. You're an expert at reading coastal terrain. You can be assured that it's not coastal terrain.
Alright, I walk around the back and I meet up with everyone. I don't
Yeah.
think I was supposed to go through that.
There's not a whole lot of room in the yard around the corners of the house on this map.
I'm
Hey.
guessing the donkey comes with. There we are.
Yeah. Alright, you guys have
Do we
all
go in the
met up now.
windows here?
I think there's enough food for all the animals in this small garden. Unless you want to take the animals in the house.
Oh, I'm running my goat in. Fuck yeah.
Can I search this area?
Okay, there is a door, but the window is obviously much better. So, Bane climbs through the window again, and this looks like it was a living area. There's just that door that leads out to the patio, and all the paving is cracked and overrun with weeds. Inside, there's just a pile of refuse in the southeast corner. There is an empty cold hearth set into the west wall, and a wooden door that's sort of creaking open and shut. There is a fair bit of wind that's sort of washing in through the windows now, and it's really started to come down, raining, and there is some perpetual gloom just causing the area to be darkened.
Can I search this and that?
At this stage, I'd say bardic inspiration is probably worn off. And
Yeah.
you go into the fireplace, Fane, and you don't find anything interesting in there. It's just some very old looking charcoals.
Can I?
Fine.
Because something just hit me again. You know what the sailors back on the coast said about the fishing rod. Can I check if we're being followed by or being watched or something like that?
Yeah, you
By
could
fish.
like step out to the west wing of the house and then look down the road and around the surrounding coastline and make a perception check.
Alright, I do that.
And it's actually raining pretty heavy now, Zelsa, and I'm gonna say that the coast will be lightly obscured. There is just that mist from rain, and you'll be doing this at disadvantage. An 18, you look around the shore and you carefully pan the road leading up to the coastline and the surrounding coastline, and you don't see any smugglers. In fact, you can actually still see all the smugglers, sorry, not the smugglers, the, well, pirates or whatever they were, fishermen, just at the same place where they were.
Alright.
Shall we take a wee rest in this room? Or-
Anything in the area?
How about we use the weasel's burrow?
The real question is, can we eat a weasel?
Pookie starts eating the weasel.
Exactly my thoughts. Well, can I grab one of? Wait, was there 4 weasels, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there like this place would be? Is there like any place that would cover from the rain?
There
room.
is a 5-foot awning of the roof around the perimeter of the building, but of course, I mean, you could just go inside. That would be the most logical place to get out of the rain.
Nah, because I don't really want to put the dog inside in case of emergency. So I
was
just
gonna say it's not
put.
potty trained.
Yeah, as that was one of the reasons, and I put some of the weasels here by the the 5, so the dog would be under roof, so it doesn't get sick.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
And I also
weasel.
tie it down, so it doesn't to the porch, so it
Alright.
doesn't run away,
Okay. you
searching
tie
for
into the
something.
leash.
I'm taking one of the weasel bodies, the least damaged, and putting it next to the fireplace. I want to stuff it later and have it at.
Okay.
Maybe I know something about ghosts and how they haunt things. Could I know if it's safe, to camp in the house or outside?
You could make a
Being a-
religion check. While
I
you're,
am a researcher. I don't know how that works. Maybe it does something.
You probably research before we went.
yeah, you'd have to like look in some books. You can do a history check though, just to recall your own knowledge. I guess you could do history instead of a religion. Might give you a slightly different sort of insight. And just like what you'd expect. Ghosts. They can move things around. They could haunt you. They could be nefarious. They could be invisible. They could be in the body ethereal. If it is a haunted house, then yeah, the ghost could get you easily inside. They could get you outside too if they wanted to. The interior of the house is very dilapidated and damp. There are patches of mold everywhere, including 2 large patches of mold in this room. All the woodwork looks generally rotten, and there are like cobwebs and dust, rubbish scattered everywhere, plaster falling off the walls, and there is cracks in the ceiling, and other crap lay strewn across the floor. There's the shattered remains of vandalized furniture, and yeah, the fireplace doesn't show any sign of recent use. The roof is 10 feet overhead, pretty standard. The corridor is 5 feet wide, and the doors are 5 feet wide and 7 feet high. One of them is open, and there is an entrance. The entrance hall's over this way. If you look down there, Fane, and it's pretty well illuminated in here. There are like no windows, so that like it's not nighttime. It's gloomy, but there's still bright light coming in through all the windows, illuminating the entire house.
So you want to rest or move?
Haunted house is never the best option to rest. We first need to scout out the area rather than be ambushed.
Alright.
Yeah, let's check the house first.
Is there like a
room
rug
here?
or something close by? Like curtains or anything like that?
No rug, no curtains.
By the way, do I maybe can hear something, like maybe there's like some movement somewhere that detect around the house?
You can make a perception check to listen, Salazar. And again, you are hearing a lot of wind and the rain battering down, and you're not hearing any movement inside the house.
Oh, I'm
Opening
fine.
the...
Down this hallway there are two doors, one to the north and one to the south. Bane, you open this mouldering wooden door, and you see a room that looks like it was a library once upon a time. There are bookshelves around the walls, and most of the shelves are broken in many places and have come away from the wall. There are a few shelves still intact, and there is the most prominent feature is a writing desk, a study room. Against the wall is a large wooden writing desk, partially broken and is riddled with damp rot. There are 3 drawers in each side of the desk and a large central drawer. The latter is closed, but the others are open, and 2 of them have been broken open rather forcibly looking.
Anything interesting in the...
Try to open it up, and there is a small brass lock built into it. It is locked. It ain't opening.
I try to pull it.
You want to force it?
Yeah.
Make an athletics check. You pull it and you snap the lock, and the drawer pulls open. Inside are old documents, all written in common. Pan through them. They show the recent purchase of various chemicals. Sorry, not the recent. They actually are dated to be over 10 years ago. They're receipts for the purchase of various chemicals. So who's doing that slurping sound? Can you go and push to talk, please? So, yeah, you see the receipts for the purchase of various chemicals and laboratory equipment.
Anyone interesting in this? It was just that draw that was interesting.
All the other drawers are empty and open, and they've been forced open in similar manner.
Any interesting book?
What's left of the books is basically just torn pages, and there's nothing like even legible. All of the ink has faded from being damp with moisture, and most of them are just sort of scattered underneath the desk. Someone's thrown them in here.
I will move out. And if no one else does anything, I will open the...
Can we check the room for any secret compartments and stuff? Who wants to do that? Who is good at it? Searching stuff.
I'm at
No one.
31.
I'll do it then.
You can do, depending on how you want to go about it, you can do a perception check to pan the whole room visually, or you can do an investigation check to rifle through things.
I would also check around the desk and the library for a
Alright.
compartment.
So yeah,
Yeah, I will tap the wood.
It's not actually really a library. I got that part wrong. It's more of just a writing room, a writing desk, and a study. It looks
I
like
see.
someone has taken books and thrown them in here, but it's not actually a library. You do take a look like in the fireplace. Wait, are you looking in which room are you looking in?
Here, but basically
Okay.
here, and I will tap with basically the wood to see if it's hollow.
Okay, and River, you're investigating as well.
Well, I assumed I was helping Captain Jimmy in his role. I'm not. I have a 3 on everything, so I don't know.
If
You
you've
can
already,
check.
if you've already rolled, then I'll take that. So
Okay.
go ahead
Check
as
the-
well, Captain Jimmy. You can make one.
Okay.
All right, you tap the drawer, and you're not seeing anything special in here, Captain Jimmy. But River, as you are helping Captain Jimmy, and you start rifling through some of the papers, you push on the bottom of the drawer, and it comes apart. There's a secret compartment underneath the drawer. It has a false bottom, and you see a small cloth. You unravel the cloth, and inside there is 2 glass vials with a red liquid inside them. As you agitate the vial and shake it, it starts to glimmer. They are just small vials stoppered with corks.
That's my lucky cat.
All right. I guess you can check them later.
Can I take Can I just check the taste?
Alright, you take a taste of it, Captain Jimmy, and it's quite sweet. And you know what it is. Both of them. They're potions of healing.
Good.
They heal 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Good. So let's say I keep one and I give another one to whoever is going to be in the front. So let's say Salzer, how do you fight?
Mostly bow.
Narcilia?
I'm in front and Nasilia's front.
Okay, yeah, so I will give you the second healing potion then. Okay.
As you're standing here, you feel the spray of the rain sort of blow inside.
I will open the south door.
Okay. This is the library. There are bookshelves around the walls and a big pile of books in the northwest corner of the room. Cobwebs pockmarking the corners and cracked bookshelves, as well as a small cold hearth.
I will look around if I find something in.
The only real thing of note in here are the books, and most of them have been ripped off the shelves and just sort of thrown onto the ground here. Someone's gone through them all, and they're all written in common. They're actually covered in vermin droppings and mold, and they're swollen with water, and most of them are partially ruined, but a few of them are legible. A lot of them have dull topics, histories, collections of romantic poems and so forth, but there are 3 that stand out. They have clear titles presented on their spines. The Magical Property of Gemstones by the Archmage Tensor. The Magical Property of Herbs and Flowers by the Archmage Tensor. And the Metaphysics and Mathematics. Sorry, the Metaphysics of Mathematics by the Mage Nystal. as you're going through the book about Nystal, you're just flicking through the pages, Fane. A piece of parchment falls out. It's dry. Slips out of the pages, and you can smell the must from the old parchment. And the air sort of mixes in with that smell of rainwater outside. There's a few lines of handwritten text written in common, but dampness has spoiled it, so only 2 words are legible. They say, "Beyond skeletons." Now, as a historian, River, you think the books could definitely be worth something. You reckon, if you had to estimate, 7 GP each for those books?
Let's start them.
Anyone want to do a part loot or just someone take?
Books expensive.
Start them on the mule.
I'm taking them to my backpack and we'll check them out later. If things get too heavy, we'll put them on the mule.
Where is the goat, by the way?
Must be next to Pada.
Pada is on the goat. He's riding
I
it.
am on the goat. I am cavalry.
The goat is just jumping from side to side, and he just goes and starts eating the books.
It's cool. Good goat.
No, they're good books,
You can't
right?
really control him very well. He's just sort of going around, and you're just grabbing him by the horns and sort of configuring him. As you move into the entrance hall, you see the front door set into the south wall. It's very musty and dirty. You come from the corridor to the left as you would enter. That leads from the west wing of the house. All the walls are bare, and there are bits of smashed furniture lying on the floor. Ahead of you, there is another corridor leading towards the rear of the house. You see a staircase on the eastern wall, climbing up to the next story, reaching it at a balcony that overlooks the entrance hall along the north and west sides. So there is a balcony that runs this way, and then to the south here. You can sort of see the second floor above you. And beyond the balcony, the stairs, sorry, to the east, underneath the stairs, there's a corridor that leads off, and there are doors. 2 doors in this corridor, one at the end of the corridor, 2 doors down this way set into the south wall.
We start moving here and open.
3 options. Yeah. Let's check the ground level.
We need the rest, guys.
Sorry.
Or healing.
Sorry. You can't have a rest.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Siri's like, nope, fuck you. You ain't
Well, I
resting.
asked if you wanted to rest, and they just told us to. Well, not you, but
Let's clear the ground level first, and I'll try to keep you alive. But yeah, let's keep the ground level first clear, and then we might be able to.
The captain has given orders.
I'll throw this at River.
As you're
So
doing your spell, the goat sort of just jumps randomly to the side, and it's not as effective as you would usually expect, and you heal him for 3 hit points. Sort of throws your hand to the side a little bit. Fane, you crank open this door, and the wood is basically mouldering. As you open the door, it creaks on the hinges. You see a living area here, and the only thing of note is a clump of tiny red mushrooms that go around a fireplace in a semicircular formation. Otherwise, the room is bare.
Are those penny bun mushrooms?
Captain,
I
you want
wonder
to
if the frog could tell us what's about this mold.
Pada, you come.
Yep, I'm away.
Yeah, the goat just like it just does not like make an animal handling check, Pada. It does not like to be ridden. Alright,
Fuck it. It's getting ridden.
You just stroke it gently on the head and you're like the goat whisperer. And
I rub its horns just right.
it becomes docile and does exactly what you command it to do. And
So
you're just,
here,
like,
who's the
steering it
boss?
from side to side, just perfectly maneuvering it with its horns. You're like the Ratatouille of the goat world.
Fuck yeah.
So there are a heap of small red mushrooms growing around here, Pada. Clumps of them growing around a fireplace.
Can I roll like a nature check, see if I know what they are?
Yeah, nature check. And you've seen them before. They're a harmless variety of mushroom. You could eat them.
I will send my goat to eat mushrooms.
The goat starts chewing on them.
Anything inside
The goat clears away a portion of mushrooms for you to take a look inside there, Fane, and make an investigation check.
not
It's,
something
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's been used recently, and there's nothing of note.
Continue to the next room then.
Right, moving on, you open the next door, looking for ghosts. There's another living area here. And aside from a large amount of plaster that's fallen from the ceiling, the room is also bare.
Anything in this fireplace?
Make a perception check. You don't see anything. You do notice there is a considerable amount of mold on the ground here, and the floor is very damp. No ghosts.
Anyone want to do something? Or shall we continue?
Let's continue. Do you want to search the room for any secret compartments? Not. Yeah. Okay, I will
You
check
can
the
do
fireplace.
You can make a
I think
perception
I know.
check too, Jimmy.
Did you check it? Okay.
And you're not seeing anything of interest here. Just an empty room, decrepit, moldy, musty, cobwebs.
Okay, good.
Continue opening doors. The right one.
You open another door, looking for ghosts. And it is a withdrawing room. There are two stuffed armchairs near a fireplace. The covers have been torn and the stuffing has been pulled out, but the wooden frames are intact. There is a broken table lying on the floor next to the north wall.
Searching the room.
Make a perception check. You just like put your face up against the wall and you just like look at the wall at point blank range and you don't see anything.
Best ever.
Can I charge through this door?
Alright, you run through the door and the goat just slams its head, rams the door down, and just busts the hinges. And it's a
The real ram.
The kitchen is dirty and damp. There are patches of grey mould and cobwebs all over the floor, the walls, and the ceiling. In the southwest corner, there is some iron cooking equipment with a chimney above it. Next to it, under the window, is a cracked and discoloured stone sink. To the right of the sink, there is a small closed wooden cupboard fixed to the wall, 5 feet above floor level. And against the far wall, there is a flight of wooden stairs leading up from west to east. The woodwork of the staircase is decayed, and a few of the treads are missing. There's mold all over the floor.
The staircase going up or down?
Looks like they're going up.
Hmm.
They are going up.
While they're
Okay.
searching, I will open this.
Okay, you can open the door to this room, Fane, and it's a dining room. At one time, there was a long table that stood in the center of the room. Now it lies broken on the floor. There's a broken chair sitting against the wall between the windows, and a heap of broken dishes in the northwest corner.
I'm checking for anything valuable where the dishes are broken. There might be some silverware or stuff.
Give me a perception check. You don't see anything valuable at all, just ceramic dishes, not a single one intact. No silverware.
Awesome.
Everything is just got this dampness to it. Floorboards creak, and you feel a spray of rain coming in through the windows, coating everything with a layer of moisture.
So I feel pretty confident that we checked all at the ground level. Mateys, do you want to rest a while before we
There's
go
a door
upstairs?
Where I'm pinging? Does that look like a door to anyone else?
There is
Ah,
a door
sorry.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go there.
Another
This
staircase.
looks like a side room.
And that is going down.
There are a set of steps that lead down.
I got the bad feelings about this.
If I had to pick out of the two, I'd rather go upstairs than downstairs.
As you look around, of course, there is these stairs that lead down. You feel like this room was a scullery. It displays the effects of a damp room, and it promotes the decay of this house more than most. There is mold growing in patches on the floors, the walls, the ceiling. You see a large copper cask, split, discolored, and empty. It stands under the window, and the smell it's hard to bear. There is a heap of small crockery shards on the floor beside it, and there's to the cellar, of course.
So, mateys, are we going up or down? I think let's check what's going upstairs. Going up. Say aye.
Alright guys, head up. One by one. Up the stairs. The sound of the rain is louder up here. You can really hear it beating down on the roof. Some of the trees are blowing wildly in the wind. Along the north wall, there are the stairs, and you have to sort of jump a couple of times because many of the stairs are missing. The tread is loose, perilous. You
Is this
see
leading
another
up to-
staircase. Yep, there's another staircase here along the east wall. It climbs to the upper level, but the stairs have pretty much completely collapsed. Only a few steps are still intact. There's no easy way to access the hole in the ceiling where the staircase used to be, leading up into the attic. And you just see a heap of rotten timber lying on the ground.
A question. How sturdy are the walls
And the
around
roof.
the staircase?
Building is standing, so sturdy enough, I guess.
Well, I'm talking about, could I use like climber's kit to get up there?
Yeah, you could use a climber's kit.
Well, I mean, okay, I will try to check what's in the attic. And can I
Okay.
also, like secure pythons and ropes so the other guys could also get there?
Yeah, you can make a little
Alright.
ladder.
I can give you
Yeah,
a hand as well, like to climb on my. I can make a step for you.
It takes about
my hand.
15 minutes to hammer some rungs into the wall, and eventually you've got about 8 handholds and footholds. You can easily just use them to climb up. Everyone
Alright.
want to go up?
I jump.
Or you can just jump.
Can
you
you do
just
that?
do a standing jump. Alright, I presume everyone will climb up so you guys can stick together. And you've come up into the attic. It is pitch black in here, apart from a few slithers of light that stream down from the holes in the roof, accompanied by the trickle of rain.
Okay, I'm using a torch.
Okay. Let's get some light up in here. You can see a couple of little streamers of light as well. And grab you a torch.
So on my off hand I have the torch, and my main hand that appear.
Sure. You strike the torch, it's pre-oiled, you just put a spark on it and an orange light starts to dance across the walls. You come out from this gaping hole in the floor where the top of the stairs used to be before it collapsed. And there are grimy cobwebs along the walls and the ceiling. The floor is absolutely strewn with broken furniture and other rubbish. And several holes in the roof allow little slithers of light to enter a large room that extends the entire length of the house. There are sacks lying heaped on the ground. There's one here, there's one here, and the attic extends down to the south here.
River, you go first.
Character has tech vision.
Dark vision? Should
Yep.
have dark vision, right? Or did I not? Yeah. Wait, do you? Did I not give you dark
Yep.
vision? No. I did not give you dark vision. How's that? Tabaxis
Cool.
have dark vision, right? Do they?
Yeah, I have 60 They do.
Yeah, you do. It wouldn't make sense for a cat not to see in the dark. For some reason I forgot to give it to you. That's fixed now though, so.
I will also light the torch and look.
You don't have to wear that chicken suit as well.
I like
He does.
when the chicken suit.
Okay.
Just for the day. I'm going to change it the next one. I'm
Alright, you're skulking in the shadows there, River, and you're sort of crawling along the ground quite silently. But when Fane strikes the torch and looks up, the ceiling is 12 feet overhead, and you see a mismatch rafters crisscrossing the ceiling, and the roof is pitched, so it's quite a low roof on the corners, and then it sort of meets this middle section, and there are creatures up there. Large bat-like creatures. You hear this buzzing, and several of these
All of them.
massive bat-like mosquito creatures, they start to hover down. They have red flesh, large proboscises that jut out of their heads, sort of like a furry little mane, and each one is the size of a big bat. Urges. And I'll give you guys a handout of them. At the moment as well, when you see them, they're all up in the rafters. So they're only descended a couple of feet before you're actually in initiative. So each one will be 10 feet above you, actually out of melee reach at the moment until they descend. I'll put on markers of those ones so you guys can keep track of which ones are up and which ones are down. Little wing icon with the 1 means they're 10 feet. The Sturge actually goes for you, Fane. It descends on you and it just drops down to about 5 feet above the ground and tries to jam this proboscis into you. As it does try to attach to you, there's a sharp spike that comes out of the proboscis, attempting to pierce into your flesh. It hits. It hits you for 6 piercing damage, and you feel the spine penetrate your flesh, and then you hear this sickly gulping sound as the surge starts to blow up and bloat from your own blood. Very lazily, this one just hovers down and it goes for your goat. The goat just immediately collapses. Pata, you can use your reaction to jump and land on your feet. If not, you'll fall prone. The goat is like knocked unconscious.
Yes, I'll jump on my feet.
Alright, you jump off the goat and land on your feet. And now the goat is just like draining, the Sturge is just draining the goat. Now just move the tokens like a bit onto the people that they're drinking. But they still take, actually no, they can actually, yeah. They're in one of those squares. Now Celia.
Attached to her?
Yeah, one of them attached to Fane and one of them is attached to the goat.
We'd only just started to get along.
Well, I'm going to step up and smack at one of the one attached to the thing.
Okay. That hits. You actually slice through the proboscis and the Sturge is dislodged. It falls back with the tip of the proboscis still sticking into Fane's flesh, and it hits the ground and splatters and blood just squelches out from it.
I guess
Tendrils
I
of
will.
brain still attached to the proboscis.
It's my turn.
Are you two
Does the
weapon
goat
fighting?
get it?
Well, we don't have the second weapons anymore, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
I thought the guy gave us a
Oh, yeah,
weapon.
you got given a weapon already, Narthelia. Another one. You got to choose one of any weapon.
okay, so I
Did
got
you
my
choose
scimitars
one?
back.
Yeah, if you chose it, yeah. If you wanted to choose another scimitar, you would have got another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess, yeah. Fighting. It doesn't matter, I guess I killed it, right?
Well, there's... Yeah, actually, you can't reach the other one. Or you could try and help the goat, I guess. There's one on the goat. Maybe you don't like that goat, though. Maybe you want it
The
to
goats
die.
get death saves.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Fuck your goat. Alright, that's the question. Do you care enough about the goat? Do you want it to make death saves?
Yeah.
Okay, the goat makes a death save. Oh, you rolled it?
Yeah.
Okay. It has 1 success.
Fuck yeah.
Salza.
Fucking go.
Everyone wants a goat to die.
Alright, I
You like the
stabbed
gold.
this one.
You lunge forward, Salza, but you miss. The Sturge just sort of flutters to the side and then just keeps on like drinking the goat's blood like a baby sucking a bottle. Oh, this Sturge loves chicken, so it's gonna go for a river. It just sees a big chicken and it cannot resist.
Chicken
That's it.
kebab.
You jump back and you just see this little spike stick out of the proboscis a few times, like almost like a tongue, and then it just like hovers there and ends its turn a few feet above the ground. River.
I was stealthing. Does it?
Because there's not a whole lot to hide you, it's a very open space river. There's a clear line of sight between you and the Sturge. There's nothing to really hide you.
All right. Okay, I'm hitting him.
With hiding, basically when you do hide, you have to be out of line of sight. And you slash at the Sturge and you slice straight through it. You cut it in two.
Okay, can I try and hide?
Again, there is a... You have to be out of line of sight.
Yeah.
If there's like three
Okay,
Sturges
okay,
here,
sorry.
you won't be able to hide from them.
Sorry.
The best way
I'm
to
going
hide is to go around corners or to use something that will heavily obscure you, like a fog cloud or darkness or something like that.
And not looking
Okay.
like a chicken.
Or the edge of like things, dark visions and stuff like that.
Can I try to stabilize the goat with healer?
That is an action.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm licking its butt then.
But you can hit the...
You don't have to actually act like a chicken, River. Yeah, you could hit the other Sturge if you want.
All right. Yeah, forgot about that. I'm hitting it.
I think like half the party is like 2 weapon fighting.
Yep.
And you
Yeah,
try
I'm
to
just-
stab it and you like almost stab the goat. And this Sturge is gonna hover down for Narcelia. Little proboscis
What you get for
spike
fucking with the goat?
stabs into you for 4 piercing damage, Narcelia. And it's attached to you, drinking your blood. Starts to bloat as it drinks
Bitches on the
blood.
rack.
And this Sturge, it hovers down and it opens up Sal's fuel cap and it tries to siphon the fuel from him because apparently you don't have blood.
God damn it. I'm down. Oh wait,
And-
no, right. It didn't crit.
Yeah. It hits you for 5 piercing damage and it starts drinking your oil.
There was a guy in New Zealand a few years ago. He tried to siphon gas out of these people's camper, but he hit the sewage line instead and ended up in hospital.
Oh,
And did you get that 4 points, Narcelia?
Damage?
Yeah, you got hit for 4 piercing damage. One of the Sturges is attached to you now. Fane.
Yeah, so I've been holding my spears over you.
That hits.
that's a good one.
You thrust the spear forward and just like sort of rip the Sturge off Narcelia and spike it.
And I will go to this one and take him off and attack with that.
And that hits. You thrust the javelin forward and you spike another one. Are you 2 weapon fighting as well? Jesus.
No, but I had the spear up, so I thought, yeah, let's do that. And
Who
I'm
isn't
done.
2 weapon fighting? Patter. The goat's not 2 weapon fighting.
But it should just
Yeah, but
be
he's got
3
your horns.
damage, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's enough to kill it, the Sturges. You can
Right.
basically just step on him and kill him. 16 hits, and you just jam the dagger into the Sturge and rip it off to the side, freeing the goat.
Then I'll go here and I'll stab this one.
That one is up in the rafters.
Oh, really? So I can't throw the dagger or anything, can I?
Can't you like jump super high?
I was going to say I can jump 15 feet.
Yeah, So you should be able to just jump up and... Is that from a standing jump?
Awesome.
Yeah, alright, you just jump up and you stab the Sturge and then you jump back onto the ground, killing it before it even makes the way down. You jump up about 8 feet to get to it.
Eat it!
And
I was going to stabilize my goat first.
make a medicine check, Pat. Alright, you start giving the goat mouth to mouth, even though it is like got a bad wound on it from the Sturge. Yeah, I don't know why you're giving it mouth to mouth, but anyway, it's not stabilizing it.
So I guess it needs
I
to make
can't-
another death save.
I think River's got a medicine kit. You guys are just seeing
Yeah.
Pata just mouth to mouth the goat, and you got no idea why he's doing that whatsoever.
Come back to me, baby.
The goat's clearly breathing fine.
I'm using the healer's kit to stabilize it. I'm using a...
Yeah, you patch the goat up, and he's stable but unconscious. And for that encounter, you guys get 25 XP each.
That puts us to 113, right?
Yep.
63.
Does that mean now that this is where we want to rest? Because there's only one entrance to this place.
Look around first. I
Yeah, check.
probably
What?
had to drop my torch and pick it.
Did you really just say one entrance while there's like 20 holes in the roof?
Well, if we're worrying about ghosts, I don't think they really need whole roof.
Alright, so go ahead and take a short rest, everyone. And while you're doing that, you can sift through all of this rubbish. Bane, you discover, mixed in with all of this crap, a porcelain doll, and he's dressed just like Captain Jimmy. He's dressed like a sailor, and I mean the porcelain is cracked and the clothes are moldy, but that's not what grabs your attention. It's the eyes of the doll. They are made from 2 pieces of jade, which are worth 10 GP each.
I don't know why, but my character was automatically set to D4 as my health dice.
I'll fix that for you.
So it's
Well, I
4
think-
hours
yeah.
before the goat will wake up.
I spend
Pat is still giving the goat mouth to mouth even after it's stabilized.
Yeah.
It's not a sheep, by the way.
It's caring, bro.
It's sort of the same family. Let me fix your sheet there, Salza. So you go
I
into
think
the
it should be
settings
fine now.
and you go hit
I
die.
think I already...
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I think I already set it correctly.
Yeah.
I still think I don't have dark vision at all.
You should. You only see in dim light though. It's not bright light.
No, Celia, you're going to roll a hit.
Everyone can roll their 1 hit die if you want.
the one precious.
And yeah, you just listen to the sound of the rain and the distant waves crashing along the shore and constant dripping of constant
Is there any
dripping of
holes in the
water coming
roof that the
through
water
roof.
comes through?
Yeah, it's like a bit of water dripping down, seeping
I'm
down
gonna go lie in one.
into the floor. Okay, Fatter sprawls out as the water drips onto him and you absorb it into your flesh. You start to feel a whole lot better.
I start walking and going down.
Alright, you
Yeah.
do have the goat to deal with. You may have to do a goat rescue operation. Or you could just leave it here, I guess.
Can throw
I
it
guess
down
we
to the back
can-
again.
Throw it
Who is the
down.
most athletic in the team?
Fane suggests just
Me.
throwing the goat down.
You'll be following it. I do have a way to get the goat down, but I fear it would be wasting a spell.
You can tie it up in a rope.
Yeah.
Take it.
We can
I'll
make a
up
harness
my
and
knee.
have her in our back.
It'll wrap it up in a net.
You can like just lower it down with a rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, back down you go. I'm gonna grab everyone's tokens and put you downstairs. And you guys lower the goat down ever so gently.
Oh yeah, no. As we climb down, can I take out all my, tools that I put inside the wall?
I will carry the goat.
You can do that, so it takes the same amount of time, another 15 minutes. So you guys wait for him to do
Alright.
that, and you continue on.
I'm patting the goat's head and say, "You'll be fine, mate."
As
Oh,
you're watching
roast,
out
if you
the
don't
window,
survive.
right?
That is just dragging the goat by the hoof along the ground.
I've wrapped him up in my net. Dragging the net.
This room appears to be used for storage. There is a large, ill-made oak chest standing under the window. Its lid is closed. Elsewhere in the room, there are 3 broken wooden chairs, 2 splintered wooden buckets, and a mildewed sack. Just inside the door is a heap of clothing. The garments have collected a bit of dust, but not much. They appear to have been placed here quite recently.
I stabbed them.
You stab straight through them. There are socks and other garments.
Open the chest.
You open the chest and it's actually empty.
River, you want to look around?
I can take a look on it.
It is it's very bright in here as well. You don't need torches or nothing.
Yeah, it's actually run off as well. It's 1 hour. How isn't?
Which the torch? Yeah, if you the torches would have burnt out during the short rest.
Chest is locked.
No, it's already open. There's nothing in it. And there is another small seat, or a small table, I should say, with more clothes piled on it. And there's a sack in the corner. There are 2 splintered buckets and 2 decrepit-looking chairs. Window
I go
looks
play
out.
with the sack.
Alright, you play with the sack, and it's wet, very moist, and there are balls inside of it.
Fuck yeah.
There are balls of socks. An inordinate number of wool socks pulled up here. And everything has been soiled. They're drab and rotten.
Can I check for any secrets?
Make a
Anything
perception
hidden?
check. The only thing that really stands out is these clothes. They're like, they look kind of new. While these clothes, they look like they were never in fashion. These ones look like something maybe a sailor would wear, and they're not too old.
I'm taking off the chicken suit that I'm wearing. 1 set of clothes. Is there anything extraordinary?
You're taking off the chicken set?
Well, I have a thing that I can't wear the same clothes, so I need to change them.
I think I like saved your token to the chicken costume.
I think yes.
Let me grab your old token.
I will keep the chicken suit, of course.
What kind of clothes are in there?
Something a seer would wear, apparently.
Yeah, like sailor's clothes. I'll grab your old token there as well, River. Yeah, they haven't been put here too long ago at all. There we go. And there's not a whole lot of anything else interesting in this room. That's it. Bane goes up and checks the next room. It's a bedroom. There are these damp mold covering all the walls and part of the ceiling. It's a very large looking bedroom, and there is rubbish strewn liberally around the floor. In the center is a single mattress that's been badly torn, and the stuffing is sticking out of it. Under a window is a large wooden chest. The timber is split, but the lid is closed.
Opening.
You open it up and the smell of mold just wafts out. Forces you to tilt your head to the side. You turn your head back and look inside. You find a pile of moldy, ragged clothing. Again, with these same sort of styles that were never in fashion. And there is nothing of value. There is some bundled documents in here mixed in with the clothing, and the pages are rotten and stained. Their meaning has been lost a long time ago. Coming into this room, you see the balcony overlooking the main entrance hall. There are no handholds or railings, making it a little bit precarious. Fane, you move ahead. You open the next door. Alright, Pada, as you walk down the hallway, I need you to make me a dexterity save. As you step on the ground, suddenly the floorboards break and a massive portion of the floor falls in, and you jump back out of the way so you don't fall down onto the first floor.
You jump on my
You jump into
arms?
Captain Jimmy's arms.
With the goat.
Luckily you jump, sort of just fall back into the area where it's 5 feet. It's wide enough for multiple people to fit in here. Yeah, the floorboards completely just sunk and collapsed underfoot as soon as you walked across them. And now there is a 7-foot wide gap. However, will you cross it?
I know some people have issues.
Meanwhile, Fane's gone into this room here. It's a mouldering bedroom. What was once a fine master bedroom now stands decayed. Some of the floorboards are missing. There's rubbish scattered around. You see a tall wooden wardrobe standing against the wall opposite the fireplace, and the door's closed.
Opening.
You open it up, and the wardrobe contains 2 items. A pair of old, cracked leather boots with no value or special properties as far as you can tell. And there is, hanging there, a ragged, stained cloak. Single cloak hanging on a peg. It has this design, oiling ivy leaves.
Do
I
any
take
of
the
us
boots
recognize
and
it?
cast them on.
When you grab the cloak, suddenly...
No, I grab the boots.
Alright, when you grab the boots, suddenly you disturb some yellow mold. And a 10-foot square of spores spray out on you, Fane, They start to burn your eyes. Make a Constitution save. Alright, you resist. It causes you to cough and splutter, and you can quickly take a step back before it harms you some more. It disperses quite quickly though, and the spores just dissolve into the atmosphere.
I walk inside again and take the boots and throw them at... Here.
The boots are... some of the leather just sort of cracks and falls off as you pick them up.
Oh. Then I try to take the rope.
And you take the cloak, and you can still see little remnants of this yellow mold growing on the cloak, but not enough to harm you. And the cloak itself looks nice, but it's very old, and you probably want to give it a good wash before you use it. It's an ivy pattern cloak. It doesn't appear to be anything special, but it
Can I
might look
check
nice.
yeah, I want to check the room, basically the fireplace and the wardrobe.
The wardrobe
Just in
has...
case.
Oh, for secrets? Make a either a perception check to look or investigation check to feel around.
I have him.
Sure. For perception, I'd say that you'd have to sort of use your own perception check, but for investigation, you could help. And from what you're seeing, Captain Jimmy, you're looking for like seams in the wardrobe, the back of the wardrobe, and then you're sizing up the wardrobe, and it doesn't appear to have any secret compartment.
Mm-hmm.
I will try
Okay,
and
I'm standing aside.
And then, Fane, you poke around, and apart from more of this yellow mold, not enough to be harmful, there ain't anything of value in here. Next room. A decrepit bedroom. There's rubbish scattered around what once was a fine guest bedroom. There's evidence of a rodent infestation. There are webs hanging in the corners. There's a 4-poster bed standing against the wall opposite the fireplace. Its woodwork is worm-ridden. The curtains that once screened the bed are torn and stained. There's no bed linen, but the bed is mostly intact.
look under the bed.
Alright, you look under the bed, Fane, and you find a book. It's titled Pirates' Wives at Sea.
That I give to G.
Gone Wild.
Seb, you're doing this again.
I'm picking up this book again.
Do you want to read
Yeah,
it?
I want all the books.
And I just push it onto...
It's a story about pirates' wives that go out to sea, and while they're out there, they get bored, so they go wild and they jump off the plank like a diving board. Lots.
And that's how Potter got his first wife.
They've gone absolutely wild, and it's a pretty dull book, really.
Yeah, but I can sell it to someone, I guess. Maybe. Not.
To the right buyer, could be worth something.
Yeah.
Anyone should be able to jump this gap, except for the goat, because he's unconscious.
Can I jump with it?
Yeah. You can pick the goat up, like Conan style, whoa, and throw it across the gap.
I will start with this one instead.
Okay. Alright, there is something of note now. It sounds like chains being pulled, and then a voice calls out. Hey, hey, help! Hey, someone there! Help me! Help! and you open the door.
It's not.
Once you open the door, you oh, this door was actually locked. So I guess you burst it open.
And before Natalia goes any further, I grab seeing the mold and seeing the mold downstairs.
Alright, so actually, you either broke the door open, or as you like heard this this like calling out, these pleas, you actually see a key. Fan, Celia, Captain Jimmy. In fact, every single one of you would see it. There's a key hanging on the windowsill here. It's just a small, simple door key, and it fits the lock of this door. You open it up, and you find a significant amount of moss on the ground here. The floor looks very unstable. In the southeast corner of the bedroom lies a man. He's alive, but he's bound and he's partially gagged. It looks like he's managed to get the gag off enough to cool out, and he's clad only in his undergarments, and he appears to have no weapons or equipment. Help me! Hey! Oh, thank the sea gods, thank broken. Oh, please help me.
I throw a rock at him.
What?
Alright,
I'm
you
ready
throw
to
a rock at him and he sort of
Natalia.
lifts his leg up. Oh no! Are you the ones? Now, Celia, as you step there, make a dexterity save. The floor
trying to
just
grab her.
collapses in. Wrong one. Dexterity. The floor starts to collapse in, and you dive out of the way. The floor just falls down onto the ground below you. The floor is very unstable here.
Can I roll a perception on him? Is he basically real?
If you think he's an illusion, that'll actually be an intelligence investigation check.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Did my rock hit him?
Yeah, and he doesn't like that. Why are you throwing stuff at me? And he looks very real. Yeah, he's real.
Hey matey, what happened to you? Who got you here?
I'm a merchant from Seaton. My name is Ned Shakesoft. I was traveling. I got a bit late. It was dark. I needed a place to sleep during my journey. I was traveling to Saltmarsh, but I saw this house and I came in. I thought it would be a good place to rest, even just for a short time. And then something hit me. Ah! And he grabs the back of his head. Ah! It hurts. And I awoke to find myself here, chained by my neck. And he pulls the chains attached to the window and the wall.
I'm taking the chains. How hard is to basically unlock them?
There's a
And
key.
I'm taking the key we have.
You don't have the key. The key does not fit. Oh, please.
I see.
Break the chains.
I try to hit it with my axe.
Can I try to open it with Sib's tools?
Sure. What one do you want to do first? Axe or thieves' tools?
If I see someone coming with an axe, I will hold my hand to stop them.
Alright, River goes to stop you before you attack it. Maybe even if you do hit the chain, you only just damage it slightly. 6 slashing damage is not enough to break it. And yeah, you can give it a go with your thieves' tools, River.
Hold your weapons, you might hurt the man here.
You take
Is that
your
the
thieves'
roll?
tools. That's right.
Why is he doing that? I'm saying. Then tell him, my lad. Do you remember? Did you see anyone?
I think your thieves tool is a little bit higher there. Should be.
Professional bonus plus dexterity.
Oh yeah, plus
Yeah,
5.
but-
You got it plus 7 for some reason. I think you've got maybe proficiency twice or something. Oh, you've got it on expertise. That's why.
Yeah, I have expertise.
Oh, you have expertise? Oh yeah, as a rogue you get it. Duh. Okay. Alright, yeah, you easily pick the lock. It's not a very complicated lock. Thank you. And the chain comes away from his neck. Thank you, strange feline friend.
Can I lick your hair, your wound?
Oh no,
Yeah, let's
it's
have
very
it.
sore. Please, it
Other than me.
hurts. It hurts. Do you have any clothes?
There is there was a box with clothes, so we can bring some. Okay, so
I will come with you. I don't want to. I don't
We
want to
just
stay in
found
this
his
room
clothes.
any longer then. What you
of
have
course
my
you will,
clothes?
mate.
You have my clothes?
Don't think. I don't know,
I wear
but we
them.
found some clothes.
I think I'm wearing them. So.
Yep.
Wait. Yes. They're my clothes. You sort of just realize it now. You can see that he's a little bit sort of phased. Oh, I didn't realize you needed clothes. Where are your clothes?
I have a set of clothes for you, friend. Here, try it. I give him the chicken suit.
What is this? What is this?
It's pretty
I'm-
handy. I have already tried it. You're going to feel perfect.
I do have a costume. I have two costumes for some reason. What could they be? I think that was coming with a container's pack.
Costume clothes, is it?
Yes.
Oh, so it's got like a heap of like props and makeup and stuff like that. Costumes.
I see.
Maybe like, yeah, an outfit of your choice, whether it be like a pirate costume or a chicken suit or anything. Anything that your imagination could run wild with.
Yeah. So I would probably have some not very expensive, but yeah, king geese like costume and a lady's costume, and I present that to him and say you might choose from these two as well.
To be honest, I don't mind this. This is kind of
Of course you
alright.
don't.
It's nice and breezy.
Told you, you're going to feel nice inside it.
Thank you, please. Have you come to rescue me? Did someone from Seaton
Kinda.
send for you all?
Timora is smiling at you, my friend. We were just passing by. Will you give us your name?
Yes. Ned. My name is Ned.
Ned. Of course, yeah. But what you were trading, my friend?
Fishing nets. My supplies. I left a wagon in the yard. Did you see it?
We didn't see any wagon.
Oh damn. Oh my head.
Did you meet any sailors, by the way?
Sailors? Ooh. Of course I've met sailors. I deal with sailors all the time.
I mean, around here, before that, before they got you when you were here, gagged and chained.
I passed a few caravans, 3 or 4, and a village or 2, and
Did you
I
see
did
any?
see a group of sailors, yes.
Any rascals, thieving types?
Possibly. Bandits. Did you see some?
Not sure. I've seen some, but they didn't look like the gentle kind to me.
They might have.
They were
Where did you find them? Where did you encounter them?
by the beach, by the shore.
Yes.
They were
They
trying
might
to
have been
pillage
the ones
the.
that ambushed me. We should head back to Saltmarsh and tell the authorities. Will you help me get home?
We are the authorities here, right? Right, guys?
I think we just investigating. We just checking this place out. They say weird thoughts about ghosts,
Ghosts.
but
Ghosts. There's no ghosts here, friends.
of course they're not.
Oh, have you done
So-
checking everything yet?
I think we just finished with these upper floors. There is still the underground level.
Underground. Will you get me back to Saltmarsh?
Let me discuss this with my mateys.
You should be careful. This place is dangerous. Look at the floor.
Yes, this has best. We only saw best so far.
No problem. We're the
well-
wandering animal keep, so we've seen worse.
Will you get me back to Saltmarsh, or get me to Saltmarsh so I can get back to Seaton?
What do you see, mateys? Should we go back to Saltmarsh
Please, my head.
to take this fellow merchant?
You
Fellow.
can come along with us, but I mean,
Come with you, friend. Why are you here? This place is infested with rodents. It's dangerous. The floors are decrepit. And I've seen insects. Giant insects. Crawling through the
Oh, God.
chimney. I'm surprised they didn't eat me alive. What if
We
they
dealt with them.
attack us?
then we kill them. Get the fuck over it. You coming with us, or you can go outside your, on your lonesome. Doesn't affect us.
It's raining hard outside, my friend. Might be wise to stick to stick with us until the rain's gone, and we finish checking out this house.
Make a
And
persuasion
then I
check.
promise I will take you back to Saltmarsh.
He seems quite pleased when you say that. Make a persuasion check. Alright. Well, at least may I have a weapon to defend myself. I just
Here's
feel
a
like
goat.
I'm a sitting duck.
A goat.
I feel
I
like,
just feel like
I'm a
I
sitting
can
chicken.
give him a dagger.
This'll
I
do,
pass on my
friend.
spear. I never used it.
Something to defend myself with.
Can I
Okay.
open this
Can I
door?
use?
A spear, even better. I can use a spear.
Okay, give him the spear then.
I don't
Thank you,
use it.
friend. I thank you, and thank you for finding me. My head hurts so much. Forgive me if I'm a little bit woozy.
You are very lucky, my friend. Timora smiles to you.
These bandits, the ones that you saw, you think they're the ones that did this to me?
I'm not sure, but they look like the thieving types to me.
Yes.
I go downstairs and check again. You know, maybe if the sailors are, you know, outside or something, like possibly coming towards this house or moved.
Alright, give me
Me
a
and Pat,
perception check, Bowser. You can go and check on the animals and the cow
Yeah.
and Hot Butt. They're just standing around, and then Pookie is still eating the giant weasel, and the rain is really becoming a bit of a mist. So you look out the window, or downstairs, you go out into the cliff, and you have trouble seeing more than like 100 feet away.
Well, alright.
And me and Pada is opening the door.
Okay. Careful, friend. You see another crumbling bedroom here. It appears to be a dirty, decaying bedroom with no furniture. Even viewed from the doorway, it's evident that the floor here does not look safe. Some of the floorboards are missing, others are partially dislodged, and they are swollen with water.
And Pada opening his.
Yeah, I'm opening up the other door.
You jump up and grab the handle and open this door. You see a guest bedroom. There's no furniture, but rubbish is scattered everywhere, and there are webs, thick webs covering the walls and the ceilings. From the doorway, you can see a glint of light in the fireplace from a small, highly reflective object.
I go strolling over to the fireplace.
Alright, as you step in a moment later, you hear the sound of the muffled clatter of thousands of tiny little legs.
Gee, that was a good one.
I'm just going to put you over at the fireplace there, Patter. And they spew out of the fireplace onto you. At the same time, hundreds fall down through the ceiling on top of Captain Jimmy. Hundreds and hundreds of little spiders. Two swarms. Salza, you're up
Hands
first.
up, little buggers.
And like the hole is in the turn.
The hole gets a
Okay,
turn. It's a mimic.
besides the fact that it's spilled on top of them, I kind of went downstairs to check out, the guys, and technically I think I would be surprised.
I'd say maybe like someone screeches. Maybe like Palace screams like a little girl or something. I don't know.
Alright, I take that. Okay, I take the dash action. Try to see what's going on.
Are these swarms already in our space?
Yeah, they jump down on your space. Cover you. And Salza the goat's there, so you can't actually. There's not enough room for you to be there.
Yeah, I just try to understand what's going on.
You're dashing?
Alright, I already said I dash. So.
Okay. As you run through the
That's my
room,
turn.
you provoke an opportunity attack from the spiders.
Wait, they're small.
Yeah.
Couldn't they attack only their own
Yes,
square?
exactly. And you have to go through their square to get into the room. They're in the doorway.
They're in the doorway.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, they
Then
already
I
attack you, and they miss.
Well, either
Checking
way.
the giant
okay,
spider behind them.
Then I go inside.
If you do
Yeah.
provoke an opportunity attack, it's already. You can't like say that. I'm not going to move there. You already have provoked.
No, I didn't understand the layout of that room. Because there's like guys everywhere and small. Okay, I just stand there.
It probably would be confusing when you run around the corner to see that. All right, Ned just sort of panics a little bit. Oh, what is it? Spiders. And he doesn't seem too keen to like jump in there. Bane.
I drop my spear and pick up my great axe and slash.
You use the flat of the blade to just squash a heap of spiders that are on the ground, and you kill 3 of them. It's very hard to hit the swarm.
Then I go inside.
Meh. Meh. River.
Yep. I'm running in using the feline agility again and hit.
Good.
You're using feline agility? Alright, you're running straight in there.
Where is it actually?
There's one spawn on top of Jimmy. Swarm, they're completely covering him, and one on top of Patter over here.
Yeah, I'm hitting the first in front of me. This one on top of Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get sneak attack because it's already engaged, right?
Yeah. A 10 is a miss. Try to slash at the spiders without hitting Jimmy and you end up missing completely.
Okay.
And a 23 hits. And
Do you
sneak
have to
attack.
declare a sneak attack before you do it?
Nope, after you hit.
Okay. Can he do that with offhand?
Yep, you get sneak attack.
I'm going to roll d6 for some reason. The button I made doesn't work.
So good. Alright, you slash through the swarm and you kill 4 big spiders. They fall off onto the ground and there's still more than a dozen big spiders and hundreds of tiny ones crawling all over Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. So, are you doing something else?
Nope, sorry.
Jimmy.
Cool. So I will cast Vicious Mockery on the spiders on me.
Okay.
Do they have?
Alright, Vicious Mockery. You call out to them and it doesn't seem to affect them. They make the save.
Okay. So with my bonus action, I will give Bardic Inspiration to River. Okay. And that's the last for the day.
I hear some inspiring words as Jimmy calls out to you. A couple of spiders crawl in his mouth.
Okay, and I'll pass my turn now.
Patter.
I don't see a swarm that's supposed to be on me, is it? Oh, there it is. Fuck it, I'm just going to attack it with my daggers.
That hits. Okay, you slice away 3 of the swarm. And is it half damage on a save or 0 damage?
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had to read it. Or take. It just says or take it, so
Okay.
no.
Alright, you, unfortunately the poison doesn't get on the spiders from that attack. But you do kill 3 of the spiders with the dagger itself.
Okay. And take it that
Swing
doesn't
again,
do anything.
and you just start swinging around wildly and you miss.
Okay. I do have a bone. Oh no, that. That's all I can do. Where's that EOT button gone? There you are.
Okay, this is the swarm on Captain Jimmy. They've descended down, fallen down on him like rain dripping from the roof. They cover him and they start biting him. And they crawl down your pants and bite you on your nuts for 11 piercing damage.
And that's enough to drop into -1. Ouch!
It's like, you know, in that We Are the Millers and that kid gets bitten by that spider on his nutsack?
Yep.
And
They don't crawl in.
they just remain crawling over you at the moment. Now, Celia.
So,
Are we affecting the swarm at all?
Yeah. They're very hard to hit. They out of game. They have resistance to attacks, physical attacks basically. Making them very hardy. But yeah, they're dying.
Oh, yeah, hard to hit. Okay, I guess I'll go up and I'll try and do the same.
I was spelling clean them out, but the problem is that we're all in the room. It's an
Yeah,
AoE.
you'd actually need to dash to get in the room. There's a lot of traffic in there.
Okay, I can do that. So, do I do that before I move or after?
It's an action, so you do it sort of whenever. It costs you 45 feet to get there. You have to climb over the goat, you have to go through river, and you have to climb through Captain Jimmy. And as you do, a heap of spiders leap on you and try to bite you with an opportunity attack. And you don't have balls, do you now, Celia? They bite you on your
Stuff.
female parts, and you just run into the room, you get bitten, and then you collapse onto the ground.
Seb, just a quick reminder. Remember Devin and his experience with small things?
Yeah. These aren't rats though. They're nowhere near as... They're more deadly, I guess. And yeah, you'll instantly drop from that Narcelia, unfortunately. And that'll be the end of your turn. You're on 0 hit points. You'll be making death saves. The spiders on Patter try to bite. And
Ducks.
they hit for 9 piercing damage. Hundreds of them are just biting you all at once.
Do they count as grappling me?
No, they're not grappling you.
I was just wondering. They're on me, aren't they? So don't
Yeah.
they have to make a Constitution saving throw anyway?
Grapples you, or otherwise comes into direct contact with your skin. They're not in direct contact with your skin in that sense. They're just occupying your space.
Okay.
That would have to be like a grapple sort of thing. For this instance, it won't work. And Nacelia, just reduce your hit points to 0 just so people can see if you're down. They might want to give you some healing. Solza.
Alright, Salzer is gonna try to skewer a couple of these with the rapier.
And which one, sorry?
The ones on Captain Jackie.
You slice away 4 of them, and you've actually reduced the size of the swarm considerably now. There's about half of them left.
Alright, and I step back. Not provoking any opportunity attacks since I assume they have not enough reach to actually hit me by 5 feet.
They don't opportunity attack you. Alright, Ned just sort of stumbles forward. Damn it, it's so hard to move in this thing. Oh no. I don't know what to do. And he just starts shaking the goat. Wake up!
Yeah, seeing that this getting a little tough, I will start to put. So, pretty much right. And hit the top one.
That's a cool flavor for rage. And
What I miss?
A 9 does miss. Not focused enough. A very calm rager. River.
Yeah.
I'm using my action to stabilize Narcelia with a healer's kit.
Alright, it's automatically stabilized.
And that's my turn again.
You quickly wrap some bandages around him, got some needles in your hand, and you just working like a cat would. If cats could work.
Give him a lick in the butt, just to remember.
So,
Jimmy.
the saving throw.
Yes,
seems to
It
work.
will be a death save for you, unfortunately.
Let's see. How do we roll this thing?
It'll be, it's like underneath your hit points, there's a box somewhere.
Yeah.
You click on death saves, the word, and it'll...
I see
for you.
only...
You see those 3 circles? The 2 rows of 3 circles where your death saves are? Underneath
Yeah.
your hit points, click the word, hover over the word death saves and click that.
Yes, I don't see this for some reason.
Oh, maybe you're having that same glitch. Or you can just roll the d20.
Okay.
And you can just like use the little circles to keep track of it.
That's nice.
Captain
back to 1
Jimmy
HP.
gets back up. He grabs a spider off his nuts and he throws it to the ground. You're back up on 1 HP at the start of your turn.
The beginning of the turn, right?
Yep, you get your full turn.
I'm a pirate.
So I stand up.
I'm used to syphilis.
Jimmy stands up. Yeah, the spiders.
Yeah.
The spiders should probably take some poison damage or something.
Okay, and I visit Smokey.
Virus of syphilis.
The spiders on me.
You
Vicious
can also
syphilis.
walk away from them.
Okay.
And it does not work. The
Oh, come on.
spiders succeed.
Come on.
They go back down into your crutch region. And they rub their tiny little spider hands together.
Important thing, if I move, do they move with me?
They do not.
They do
And
not.
they've already used their reaction, so you could actually just move if you want without provoking. an
Okay,
opportunity
I will
attack.
definitely do it then.
As they sort of leapt onto Narcelia and you've thrown them off your nutsack, you take an opportunity to quickly make a break away from the spiders.
Okay. I'm tapping River and say, go get them, tiger.
Alright, you'll actually just get there.
Alright.
It'll be that'll be 30 feet, 15 to stand up, and then 10
Awesome,
through river.
yep.
Yeah. Hadar, you've still got that swarm on you.
Think of shit I can actually do.
You think the poison will work quite well if they
Yeah, I'm wondering whether I try that or just go all or nothing and try ice knife. Fuck it, yeah, I'll just keep attacking them.
Okay.
So I'll stab one with my dagger.
Quickly scrape off your secretion
not
and you
gonna
try
do
to
it.
wipe it on the spiders and 8 misses. And you secrete. You
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you just grab the spiders and just like start to secrete your poison and you push the spiders into your flesh while you're like squashing them with a dagger, and you hit them for 2 piercing damage but 12 poison damage, and heaps of spiders start to fall off you. They fall off onto the ground dead, curling up in tiny little balls, and there's only 5 of them left on you.
My offhand attack counts as my bonus action, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It's a bonus action.
Ah, okay, well then I can't do anything else.
Alright, this swarm, it runs and jumps on Fane, provoking opportunity attacks from Captain Jimmy and River. A 9 misses, you clip the wall. And River, that is a hit, and you should have sneak attack too. You hit him for 4 piercing damage, killing 4 of them. There's still quite a few left in the swarm, about 7 or so, and they try to bite Fane. 15 hits for 2 piercing damage. You don't really feel the bites too much. Now, Celia, you are having a nice rest. You don't actually make any death saves because you've been stabilized, but you don't have any chance to get up, so that'll be your turn for now. The swarm on Patter just keeps trying to bite him. And you're bit. And
That'll
you
knock me down.
You drop to the ground unconscious. And the swarm sort of falls off and it just remains there for now. I'm choking over here. Alright, Salza.
Okay. I'm gonna stab away at the closest ones.
That hits. And you skewer 2 big spiders up on your rapier. There's just
All right.
a few of them left now.
Back off again.
Alright, Ned's just shaking the goat. Do something, damn it! Do something! Fane.
Yeah, trying to scrape off the ones.
That hits. And you just drive your axe into the ground, and all the remaining spiders are squashed.
Oh, the ones on me.
Oh,
But also.
those ones on you? Alright,
No, yeah, I said it before, so yeah.
okay. You kill most of them. And there's only a few spiders crawling around now. River,
Yep.
your turn, my friend.
I'm going to use again the healer's kit.
Everyone's... oh no, I guess Pat is not stable.
So I'm going to move next to Pada.
It's better to kill them first.
I mean, in theory, I could roll a net 20 on my death save and get up.
And I'm using a healer's kit, and I'm giving him a lick in the eye. I guess the eye is not poison.
Okay. You lick his eye better.
You don't want to look his ass.
That's just like what a cat does, they lick people's eyes. And you're stable now, Paddle. Captain Jimmy!
Okay, I'm coming back in. I will try to attack with my vicious mockery again.
Which one?
Okay. Okay, so let.
They fail, and the 2 remaining spiders, they explode. Hundreds of little sprays of blood. As all these remaining husks as well just pop. All the spiders are dead.
Yeah, we are victorious.
Not yet.
Still one little swarm left. It's tiny.
Then I'm moving away.
Pato, you are stable, but you probably have pink eye now.
That's cool. It's nothing I don't already have.
The swarm tries to bite you, but misses. Narcelia.
Well, I'm down, right? I'm still
Oh,
down.
yeah, you haven't been brung back up. So you're unconscious. Salza.
Um. All right, I can get there without stepping on pad and poisoning myself to death.
If you touch me, it doesn't do damage to you. It just
Oh.
poisons you.
Well, even better.
Hmm.
All right, I just rapier on that one.
And you slice 2 away, and there's just one massive spider sitting on Fane's head. Now,
That's the ringleader.
it is. He's trying to rally all the other spiders. Alright, Ned is just like calling out, "Whose damn goat is this? It's useless!"
It's not. The goat is not responding currently.
Please leave a message.
Alright, Fane, you just grab that single spider, you throw it up into the air, and then slice your axe through it with extreme precision.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess I roll a d4 and see how many hours I'm unconscious.
Well, we can bring someone. I have a healing potion. I think
We do.
Marcelia might be able to bring up the others a little.
I think makes sense to use the potions, right?
If you have a hit die left, you can be up in an hour by using that. If not, you'll be 1d4 hours until you're awake.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Do you
the
have hit
potion
dice?
to Marcelia.
So if Nasil doesn't have
I
one, I will
can-
give my potion.
If you can get me up, I can get her up.
Okay, I get you up then. Okay, so heal yourself for 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, and I'll use this on Celia.
And I will my potion.
Ned comes into the room and drags the goat in. This goat is useless. Good
Me or
roll.
someone else?
That was 6 for
Celia
you.
gets 6. Yeah.
Yep. 8 for Patter. And
Okay.
after all that trouble, you should definitely be checking that fireplace.
Yeah, I was going to check out the fireplace and what caught my eye in the first place.
The glint is coming from a small crystal bauble. Now it's very smooth. It has a flat bottom, and it's very pleasant to look at and tactilely satisfying to hold. But it doesn't appear particularly valuable or useful. You can make an investigation check while examining it to see if there's anything more to it.
Shiny stone.
It's about the extent of it.
What do I write in my inventory? Shiny stone.
Small crystal bauble worth 5 SP. And we're gonna wrap it up here for tonight, guys. Someone
Thank
got
you
a
very much.
thank you guys very much. Someone got a tally of the experience points.
Yeah, we've come up to 148.
Yep.
131. No,
You're missing
Must
one.
be
148.
148.
Maybe I missed something. Okay, 148.
Yeah. Yep.
Whenever we come back, I'm going to cast Detect Magic on my new rock.
Well, detect magic isn't identified though.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's magic or not at least. Or if it is
So-
just a nice pretty rock.
Just to do a little bit of inventory, we currently have only one healing potion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I have one.
I spent it, the one I had on me, so I guess Narcelia has the other one, right?
No, I have one.
Fane has it.
Okay, good.
By the way, the marching order here, is it the top of the arrow that's front, or is it the back of the arrow?
Yeah, that's the front. That would be the front. If you're going
Okay.
like to the north.
I'm gonna go to bed because it's midnight here.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of the night, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you for the game.
Thank you all very much, and I'll see you
Alright.
next week. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.